I always think that it's my fault.
Drinking gin. Yep, I'm toxic.
I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
For now?
Go. Thanks for the money, stupid fuck. I love it. Go. By eBay. Hell! Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic?
I love it.
Hey, Mr. Brunel, you there?
I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Kevin's fault.
I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. Alright? The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive, like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. Alright? Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago, a lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore. All right, even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game, okay? After about a year, they launched what they called Season 2, which reset all the cards in the game and made all your progress essentially worthless. And I said, this game fucking sucks. What a complete waste of time that this was. All right? It complements the flavor perfectly. And it's so weird because it's nothing like any other cuisine. It really isn't. I can't even tell you another cuisine that tastes like that. But it's so good. And what I like about Mediterranean food is usually when you get it, you get such a good variety of stuff. Like I got something that came with hummus and pitas. You dip the pitas in the hummus, and that was delicious. Robust. Insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce. Garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. They came with their rice, which is the seasoned rice. The tastes, again, it tastes kind of different from other cultures' rices. It has peas and carrots, but it's also got this unique seasoning in it that's really good. And then also a side salad, which was like lettuce, tomato, onion, robust, insanely flavorful chicken. It's not dry. It's freaking robust. Give me this dipping sauce. Garlic infused dipping sauce. Robust. I will tell you guys is thus. Robust. We went and got dinner. Now, this was a double-edged sword.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
it's
kind of
It's going to be acidity from tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
and then
tart
spice.
and it's acid and nothing else. Alright. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian Bills, Italian Dark Side Flip, Italian Life, Italian Wife, Italian Chill, Italian Can't Give Her a Pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style, tips, greasy hair, pasta once a week. Authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're gonna add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's gonna go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian Life, Italian Wife, Italian Bills, Italian Dark Side Flip, Italian Life, Italian Wife, Italian Chill, Italian Can't Give Her a Pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I am a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix. Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad.
I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Squeeze the peel, it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Squeeze the peel, it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Squeeze the peel, it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vest streak for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control tonight.
My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life.
Your life is nothing.
I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a large group of friends. All I do is sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me. I love my life. I have so much fun every single day.
You're bagging.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
You're still bagging for $10 donations and $20 donations to pay your electric bill, to pay your fucking rent, alright? I get it. I'd hate me too. See you, Phil. Have a good one.
It's been a rough year. Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tips goal on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day for contributions? And why does he have to bring that up? Big ups, Cat. And a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. I'm a positive guy. I focus on positivity. I tell you guys every day on my streams, I'm not a person who revels in hurting others to get over. I will put out positive, fun gameplay content for you guys, and I will continue to be successful that way. And if I fail, I fail, but at least at the end of the day, I can say, hey, it was a slow day. It's been a very slow day for support. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I jump on stream. Obviously, I need tips. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Very slow day for support. Been 47 minutes. And only the third tip of the day. I really appreciate that. I need that way more. Pay my taxes. Pay my back taxes. Pay my utilities. Pay my mortgage. Pay my internet bill. Pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way, but please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay? Now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to, one of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Phil's Day Off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big ups, Cat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on pools and dumb shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife. Can't give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions tonight with tips. If you can. Just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever. That helps long term. But right now, I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
Act like that. Those toxic assholes don't give a shit about anyone else but themselves. They're selfish idiots who just want to get a laugh on someone else's behalf and don't care about the repercussions of their own actions. They think they're protected because they're all anonymous on the internet, right? So here I am with an actual business being destroyed by that toxic behavior. Big ups, Cat. Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me. I care about nothing in life. Me. Human pieces of shit. Kill yourself. Me. I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. My nigga, I have your IP, I have your name, and I have your address. I have all your fucking personal information. I will come find you in real life.
I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. Let this be noticed live on the internet. You're fucked and you are done. I'm coming for you.
Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me. I care about nothing in life. Me. Human pieces of shit, kill yourself. Me! I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. Me! That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me! I care about nothing in life. Me! Human pieces of shit, kill yourself. Me! I don't care about anyone telling me that I need to improve or change. But let me tell you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. And I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person. That's why. I never would have gotten to where I am today if I just sat there constantly being negative, being angry, being upset, being jealous, crapping on stuff, shitting on stuff, hating me. It's such a way, it's not a way to live. But these idiots actually do this and don't know that. I really have to think and have to hope. These people just don't know better.
Alright, I'm going to stop the music for now. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Aye, it's roasting today in the UK. My computer's telling me that the outside temperature for where I am is 23 degrees. Which is probably not that severe for some years, because especially some of the guys in America. I think some guys in America are obviously used to this kind of temperature. Not as British people, no, especially not as Scottish people up further north in the island that is the United Kingdom. It's a very warm day today. It's 28 degrees for Dashy down in England. Or is it Wales? I'm always forgetting if it's Wales or England, because I know he's got links with both, and I can never remember where he fucking lives. Sorry, Dashy. But yeah, down south anyway in the UK, it's 28 degrees for poor Dashy. Derby, yeah, it's a place I don't know. I've got nothing to say about Derby. I have no idea where Derby is, where in England, but in England somewhere anyway. I know it's in England, so there you go. Right, you're looking at the list of bingo stuff. I have trimmed it a wee bit, but not by much. The East Midlands, there we go. It's been wee hot here too. Well, welcome to summer, MRC Midnight. Welcome to summer. It's summer after all. It's going to be hot for most of us, and yeah, I'm sweating my hairy balls off here. Yeah, so there you go. Literally go south from Sheffield to London. No thanks, I'll just stay here. But thank you anyway, Dashy. We've got a list of bingo stuff. Does anybody want anything added to it, or even removed further? We were so close last time to getting a full 25 out of 25. It was painful how close we were last time. It was unbelievable. We were one away. We got 24 out of 25. All we needed was gifted memberships. And Phil did not say it. And to be fair, it's funny because Prophet actually did get in touch with Phil to ask him to say gifted memberships. But Phil read the message long after the Level 1 podcast. It was miles after. It was like fucking an hour after the Level 1 podcast finished. Phil actually read a message on his phone saying to shout out gifted memberships. And Prophet actually got in touch with Phil and he said he'd done it. And Phil proved he'd done it. It was mental. Add life. That's a good shout actually. I will add the word life right now. Also, I added the word wow. That's what I said as well. Wow is a new addition I have added. I'm also going to say life. Oops. Okay. 90 degrees to 105 degrees Fahrenheit here all week coming up. That's like high 20s, isn't it? High for Celsius. We do a Celsius in the UK because we're weird, you know. But that sounds like quite high 20s, you know. But yeah, I'm going to copy and paste all this in now, right to the bingo stuff, you know, and we can generate a bingo card. So as I'm generating it, guys, please would somebody give me a DSP word, phrase or action from the list you see in front of you for us to search. Thank you very much. When I have that word, I will change the source on OBS so you can see the browser for yourself. Actually, let me also prepare something else. Well, wait, let me just pull up something else for you guys to enjoy. But while you guys are debating amongst yourselves, I won't say anything this time. Very magnanimous of you, Madashi, to step aside and let someone else the honour and the privilege. To be fair though, Dashi, your suggestion last time was very good. Your suggestion was your word yesterday. And your words got 24 out of 25, so it was a hell of an effort. Anyone else here pick something from the thing in front of you? Roachbait has no idea, he just shrugs, and MRC Midnight is running off to make some food. We need a word or phrase or DSP action. If I pick it, it's not going to succeed at all. We all know bad things happen when I pick it. The one time it failed is because I picked it. So we need a suggestion from chat. Anyone at all, anyone in this chat right now that wants to suggest something. It might be up to you, Dashy, after all, pal, or Roachbait, if you can think of something from this list. I mean, just anything. From this list, of course. How about picking something you think is going to be guaranteed to happen? Like, add a T-pose. Okay. We're going to go with a T-pose. So let me just get this ready. This list is pretty much stuff that happens quite a lot. Well, correct, Shadow Jeff. That's the point of the bingo card. It's to prove how predictable Phil is. And yeah, it's the whole point is if we get 25 out of 25, somebody in the chat when we're playing bingo could win a prize. And it's just having fun at Phil's predictableness, you know, and we're just trying to make the piece a bit more bearable as well. We're turning it into a silly wee game of bingo, you know. Leg slap. Dashi, I'm going to override you and go with Roachbait's leg slap suggestion. I hope you don't mind, and if you do mind, well, boo-hoo. Sorry. But yeah, I'm going to go with leg slap. Leg slap's a cracker. I've not actually had it for a while. And let me just get that prepared to play as well. But before that, change the source here in the browser so you guys can see what I'm doing. Oh no. That's Phil's pre-stream gone live. Fucking glorious shit indeed there. Oh, great, my OBS has been a bit funny. There we go, okay. Right, so bingo card generator. We've got all the list in here, including life as the most recent one. We're going to generate the whole thing. Oh, I guess we generated it already. Have we? Does that include the most recent one of life? I don't know if it includes life. Does it? Let me search life just to make sure it includes it. I don't know if it's included or not. Oh, it has. Okay. Never mind. That is the most recent one then. Okay. So what do we say? Leg slap. More like the big slap. Ha ha ha. Yeah, so I need a number now. Anyone at all in chat, and including you, Dashi. Oh, it's 69. Cheryl Jeff is in there straight away with a 69. I like how he said it in place of Prophet, who would have said it in his stead. Prophet would have gone for 69 if he was here. So, fellow Tractor, how you doing? It's not a bad Sunday, to be fair. It's quite a nice one. So let's go to card number 69, which is actually gone past it. Whoops. This is card number 69, which is a 70 result in chat, and in the result bar here, but the first result was from the search box at the very top. So this is the 69th bingo card, and this looks like it's going to be a bingo card for today, guys. This one on the left hand side, you see. We've got alright, defense mode, life, there's a new word there, engagement, and wow, there's two new words there. Meaningful, variety, gifted memberships, there's a gifted memberships again, that's the one that done us in yesterday. Leg slap, and touch his face. We've got thumbs up, him getting political. Snort, him standing up randomly, which isn't including the break, by the way. When he ends the pre-stream or whatever fuck and goes in his break, does not include that for him standing up. Zuckton Outlander says, hello, I have a new profile picture. Congratulations for your new profile picture. I can't really see it because it's quite small. No, I can't really do much with that right now, sorry. But, well, for most of the things it looks like, is that blood coming out of Phil's face? What the fuck? Looks like from the very limited thing I can see, it's small. But yeah, like we got thumbs up, political, snort, stands up, and blowing nose. And as I said, stands up does not include him standing up at the very end of break, going to the toilet between the podcast ending and him coming back and starting part one. I don't include that because he does it every time anyway. I don't. Sometimes, more often than not, he actually will stand up randomly to blow his nose, or turn the air conditioning on, or shut a window, or try and chase Jasper. So he has various different, reasons for standing up randomly during a podcast. So there you go. Next thing I've got voice crack, self-brag, help, nobody/no one, and would be great. And finally I've got goal, bottom line is, YouTube legacy story, choose, nails, and lean-in and ban. Because we've got lean-in and ban, it means we're going to have Phil's chat on screen, just until we actually have the lean-in and ban confirmed, so there you go. Yeah, good stuff. What am I thinking? Right, let's get this sorted, right, let's play, let's just have some more music playing, and I'll get this all set up for you guys, right? So, give me a second, and I'll get it set up. Let's enjoy some music.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.
I didn't mean to actually play this first, I might play some Meerkat stuff. We'll play Meerkat stuff first, right, because that's easier for me to just mess a bit with the stuff, and then we can watch this great wee contributions video afterwards. So let me just get it sorted first. Right, so 2 seconds.
You're not rich, and you're not famous, and you're not this, and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well, I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy fuck life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stopped streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy fuck life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
Let me tell you something. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big up Skeeter Cat, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer.
Big up Skeeter Cat. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't peel it, comes in dinner. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't peel it, comes in dinner. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please don't peel it, comes in dinner. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vest streak for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control.
This one's for all my baby girls.
And it starts to click, you know, if someone just keeps saying sorry when they do something, they're not really apologizing, right? If apologizing isn't just words, it's I will not do this thing again because I feel bad about it. If you keep doing the thing, it's not actually an apology.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words.
You have no respect. Do you value money more than our friendship?
But that's the way of them saying, we want nothing to do with Phil at all moving forward. Let's make up a bunch of shit or twist a bunch of shit to make him sound bad because everyone hates him now anyway on the internet. So let's make him look like the villain so everyone will believe it and we'll just be washing our hands of the whole situation and we never have to deal with him ever again. And you know what? Look what's happened. Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. They're completely washed. The hands are clean.
You have no respect for people that are alive, for fucking people that are dead. You don't give a shit about anybody but yourself. You have no respect.
Apologizing isn't just words. It's I will not do this thing again.
You have no respect.
Because I feel bad about it.
He watches too much WWE. John starts getting text messages at 6 o'clock in the morning. That means it's like 2 o'clock in the morning there. So now, when you start reading them, you start looking at it, and it doesn't make any sense why he's even texting. And it's not even coherent. So you start wondering if the guy was, like, if he's been drinking and texting.
I actually admitted this last year.
Alright guys, but we've got time on our side, and that's what I'm saying, I've got some time still to enjoy some good old music. Meerkat does some great music, but you know who else? Actually, technically, this is not a Meerkat song. This is a song that was by, oh hey Tommy Watch, I think asked somebody to make it for him. I'm not sure. I can't even mind the name of the guy that done it. All I know is that Pixar made a great wee video about the song. It's too good just to not enjoy. So let's just enjoy it together.
$51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.
There you go, contributions. Fellow Tractor Ann's actually not gone anymore, they're back. Their channel's back. I really should So first of all, PigxarAnimations. If you're not subscribed to PigxarAnimations, let me copy the fucking link for you. So PigxarAnimations, this is their YouTube channel. Subscribe if you've not. PigxarAnimations just does fantastic stuff on here. But Ann1337 actually is back on YouTube. I subscribed to them recently. They're up to 124 subscribers. They've no videos yet. They're still doing the thing on Twitch, and they've got a backup channel on Odyssey as well. But they are back on here, and I've confirmed with Ann themselves, this is definitely them. This is not a situation where someone pretended to be someone else, like, hey, Army Watch had happened to him. No, this is definitely Ann. So if you want to subscribe to Ann's YouTube channel for when they actually start uploading again, I have the link here for you. Let me just share it now for you guys. That is Ann1337's YouTube channel. So go subscribe, guys, if you want to subscribe. And yeah, that's hopefully we'll get to see some content again from Ann. I don't know if you guys heard, but Tevin got struck. Tevin's channel is going to be history in like a week's time. So he got hit. He got 7 copyright strikes against him, so Tevin's going back on, it looks like. So the curse of Superhound again, I guess. But we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully he can fight it, whatever, but it's... No. Why was Ann 137 deleted? Because Superhound went after him. Superhound managed to copyright strike them and got their channel obliterated, and the only way really you can combat it is you have to essentially dox yourself, it looks like, to Superhound, because you get to put in your own information to, you know, challenge the claim. And Superhound is pretending to be DSP when he's not DSP, but the fact is, if you challenge it, I think you got to put in your own personal details. You can't falsify your details. I mean, you could falsify details, but I don't think if YouTube found out, they'd probably just nuke you anyway. But apparently, I don't know, there's apparently someone who actually did get struck before, but they managed to get around it. I need to reach out to them later on and see what happens, but long story short, Superhound is striking all sorts of bastards, and they've been doing it for a while now. They got Hate Army Watch, and they got their other channels as well, Cult of Fate, they've got Am1337, they've got Tevin, they got Aquatail before. Aquatail's back, but they got Aquatail before. Who else have they got? They've got, what else was it? Vault Boy. He's a long time detractor, old school Vault Boy. He's not even that active anymore. They got him. Fucking randomly. It's mental, the kind of guys he goes after, but he just goes after him and is successful in getting the channel shut down because there's multiple copyright. You're allowed 3 copyright strikes. If you get 3, your history, and he does multiple at once against your channel usually. So one's like a warning, 2 is another warning, but 3 you can within 90 days. You're gone, and he just does like multiple at once, and he knows how to get the detractor channel shut down. And Phil was obviously, he's claimed before in the past. Phil, he's not had nothing to do with it, but I don't know. I don't know what can be done personally. That's a hard one. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I mean, for all I know, I'm going to get hit. I don't know if I'm going to get targeted yet. Superhound appears to know who I am at least. He's appeared before in a game of Quiplash just to call me a bitch. So yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Shenko's prepared. Shenko is prepared for Superhound coming after him, and I'm not sure if Superhound is even going to try it or not. The fact that Shenko is super prepared to actually go to get the police involved, the law involved, and all that shit means that he might have scared Superhound off. That's what I'm thinking. Superhound might not think it's worth the bother, and just let fucking Shenko go. Breaking down channels only makes it fair for Phil to lose his. Is Ann back? Yes, Ann's back. I went and shared a link up in the chat. It's the second link I shared there. So yeah, that is Ann's YouTube channel. He's not got any videos yet, but he's got, you know, what confuses me, this must be an old channel because it said joined 8th of February 2018, which is strange to me. But this is definitely his channel. I confirmed it with me earlier on. But he's on no videos yet, as I said, but he's still on Twitch and he's on Odyssey as well and all that nonsense. So yeah, this is definitely Ann's channel because I think it's a new channel. It's definitely their channel because Ann confirmed it with me themselves. So it's definitely Ann's channel. They said it to me directly in Discord, so I know this is not a kind of situation where I was like, oh, someone's found Hate Army Watch's new channel and he's like, what the fuck is going on? That wasn't me. It's not like that. So this is definitely his channel. I thought he got his old channel back. It sucks he has to start a new channel. Keep in mind, I think all their old stuff, a lot of their old stuff might be on Odyssey. I've actually going on Odyssey myself. I'm on Odyssey. If anything happens to my channel, at least I've got a backup of stuff on Odyssey, which is a silver lining, you know. But and it's most of my stuff. I don't know if some live streams take longer to transfer over, or what it is, but most of my stuff. The channel's made in 2018, so it isn't recent now, but I think they've had this channel as a backup just in case, or a way, I'm not sure. What's our Twitch? That's a good question. How do we actually find out right now? Just give me a second, guys, and I'll see if I can find it. I'll just throw this in your face for now, while I browse about, stumbling about, just to see if I can find shit. Almighty Frog is live right now.
Thank you so much for letting me know, and thank everyone for
it's a random Twitch person.
well.
Shut up, random Twitch
We're
person.
gonna continue
Sure.
with our...
Okay, I found it. Okay, this is Anne's Twitch channel. There you go. So that is Anne's Twitch channel for anyone that's curious to follow him as well. He's got 598 followers on Twitch, so he's doing quite well on Twitch. He's bounced back strongly, at least on Twitch. So at least there's that. I don't really like watching anyone on Twitch. I followed him because support him. I done the same with Almighty Frog. I followed him as well. Yeah, it became affiliated, that's right. And also you can subscribe as well, but isn't that, what kind of options does subscribing do? Isn't that a payment thing? Yeah, you need to pay money to subscribe to them. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't like Twitch. I'm very anti-Twitch generally. I've always been quite critical of Twitch. I think, although it's just the way it is. But also, I'm glad that Anne's bounced back well from the disappointment of losing a channel in the first place. They've had quite a good support, you know what I mean? And a solid guy, you know what I mean? So I'm glad he bounced back well, and they kind of they bounce back, as I said. So we'll have to wait and see what Anne does on YouTube with the new channel, the new old channel, whatever. I ain't giving anyone my money to stream. Exactly, Cobain. I'm generally the same method. I very rarely give people money when they're streaming. I've given money to Piece of Peace, but that's for the charity, Jasper's Angels. I've given money to Playing With Your Beliefs because he did a fundraiser stream for cancer. So I gave him money. And I've donated money as well one time only to a streamer, and that was Shrinkle. Me and Shrinkle, for, you know, he helps a lot of what I do, you know what I mean? So I just it's one time I've been generous to a streamer. But if I had more money disposable, I would be more supportive. You know what I mean? But some people have a bit more money at disposal, so they can throw money at people they support, and that's fair play to them, you know what I mean? If they want to do that with their money, that's their choice, you know. But I mean, I would do it more often if I could. But it is what it is for me, anyway. I'm not going to Phil and say, you know, please tip on shit. Never go. I'm not that, but yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, if anyone can ever, I'll say, I'm always grateful for what I get, and I'm pretty sure most, you know, detractors are as well. That, you know, that does DSP stuff, you know, so it's it is what it is. Anyway, Phil will be live very soon. I'm going to play some music while we wait for Phil going live. So let's just have some more Meerkat while we keep an eye on Phil going live.
I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. Alright? The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive, like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on Street. It's WWE Champions time. I'm stupid. WWE game plays like Candy Crush. Moving gems around, breaking colored gems. I love it. Again, it's pay to win. The more money you sink into it, the more characters you can summon, the higher chance you'll get the better characters, etc., etc. Alright? Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on Street. Gotcha. Got me that gotcha. Thanks for the money, dummies. Supercar. That was a mobile game I played like 5-6 years ago, a lot. For about a year, I played it pretty hardcore All right, even at that point, that was before everything kind of fell apart with YouTube and everything. I was putting a little bit of money into it. I was playing for the top cards. I was playing the shit out of that game. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone today? Welcome, everyone, to the Level 1 Podcast. I'm Darkside Phil. Today is Sunday morning, July 10th, 2022. A quick, not necessarily update, but a quick reminder. So as you guys know, a little over a week ago, I rebranded my pre-stream podcast as the Level 1 Podcast, and yeah, it's taken a while for it to stick. You know, I've been saying pre-stream podcast for a good 7-8 months. And so it's going to take a while for me to remember, oh yeah, it's the new name, the Level 1 Podcast, and say it all the time and all of that. But that being said, I basically had to retire using the current intros that I was using. I had 2 different intros that I was using every day for the pre-stream podcast when it was called that. Obviously, I'm not going to continue using those intros when that's not the case anymore. So if anyone would like to take a stab at possibly putting together a very quick, few seconds long intro for the Level 1 Podcast, I would be greatly appreciative of that. It's up to you. I mean, I'm not asking for anyone to go crazy here. I don't know who out there might have some, know-how in that kind of a deal. I certainly do not. I don't have the capacity nor the knowledge to be able to put anything together like that. So, let me know. If you're interested, email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. You can talk a little bit about it. Don't just send me a file willy-nilly, because number one, if you just send me a file, likely it's just going to end up in my spam filter. And number two, I'm not going to open a file if I don't know what it is. Okay? But I'm definitely interested in that.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you, Alfredo Ponte, for subscribing. I could have sworn you were subbed already. The name's so familiar to me. Oh well, thank you very much for subscribing anyway. I appreciate it.
Because I'm basically doing like a cold open, just boom, right into talking. It's a little weird when after, several months I was doing a little intro, which was nice. And that's kind of gone away now. So it'd be nice to maybe get something back. In addition, if anyone out there would like to possibly design some animations for my streams, for pop-ups, that would also be greatly appreciated. If you haven't noticed, we're still using the Skyrim pop-ups that I adopted back in January for the Skyrim playthrough. Well, Skyrim finished a couple weeks ago, and they're still kind of lingering around because I don't really have anything to replace them with except existing animations we're already using. I do have someone who says that they are actually working on an animation right now, but, these things take time. So we'll see when that finishes. Maybe that could replace some of the Skyrim animations. But again, if you're interested, please email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. We'll talk a little bit about it, okay? So welcome, everyone. Today is Sunday, the 10th of July, 2022. Today is the fallout from yesterday's marathon event. Today we head back into full-time game streaming, which many of you are happy about. Some people like when I do marathons that aren't necessarily, full-on gaming, and others do not. And that's always going to be a mixed bag kind of a deal, and I understand that. It's like they say, you can't please all the people all the time, right? So yesterday, we basically did almost no gaming at all. Yesterday, we did a Level 1 podcast. We ordered food for Feasting with the King. Then I did reacting to a YouTube channel called Rob Gavigan. So this YouTube channel, I got a little bit of history on this channel, actually, because I didn't really understand it at first. So Rob Gavigan is a guy who's been around on YouTube for a very long time. He makes videos about the macabre and dark subject matter. For example, murders, crimes caught on camera, mysterious creatures that are real, like the weirdest looking sea creatures or earth creatures, things that were found buried in the earth that are unexplainable or make no sense, the supernatural, countdowns of that kind of stuff, okay? And I knew when I reacted to this, it would be polarizing. Some people would really like it, and some people would be like, what the hell is this? This is nothing like what you usually do. Okay, it's exactly what happened, all right? First of all, some people were a little confused because the name of the channel is Rob Gavigan, but in a lot of the videos that we watched, it said his name was Rob Dyke. And people were like, well, then what's his real name? Why is the channel one name if he's another? Is Rob Gavigan his stage name or whatever? I actually found this out overnight. Someone left a comment on one of the videos. So they explained to me, here's what happened. And not to say that this doesn't sound unbelievable to me, it just sounds really, really stupid. And I think Rob did the right thing, but listen to this, okay? So YouTube, back in the day, pretty much was open to anything, didn't really care about things too much, okay? Well, what ended up happening was, around 2017, YouTube employed a new algorithm to which it would determine whether or not the videos that you're uploading to YouTube are advertiser friendly, I think is the best way to describe it. It would look at the subject matter, the title, the tags, the description. It would run an algorithm and look at the content, the audio of your video, and try to determine if your video was advertiser friendly. If it was deemed advertiser friendly, you could have ads on your video, monetize, and make a living on YouTube. If it deemed that your content wasn't advertiser friendly, you could still have your video go live on YouTube, but you couldn't advertise with it at all. No ads on the video, meaning you would never make residual income on that video. Basically, you'd have to find income from other means if you were trying to make a living doing this. I personally was very negatively impacted by this in 2017 when YouTube decided to completely demonetize my KO Gaming channel. This is a channel that over the course of 2016, I started using for highly edited style content. Very in-depth game reviews with footage to corroborate the points I was making, countdowns, big kind of narrative pieces. I had a video on there that had over 1 million views. I had several videos on there that had hundreds of thousands of views. The average video got between 10,000 to 50,000 views. And by the end of 2016, that channel was making me good money, and it was a good supplemental income to everything that I was doing here on DSP Gaming, which was my raw gameplay. Well, in 2017, YouTube turns on this algorithm and decides KO Gaming is not good for advertisers. Demonetize everything on it and took away all my ads. Overnight, I went from making hundreds to sometimes even thousands of dollars on my video on that channel to zero. So I said, screw this, and I quit being a full-time YouTuber, and I started being a full-time streamer, and the rest is history. You've seen how in the last 5+ years, my content has completely changed, right? I'm now interactive. I don't rely on ad revenue to make a living. My support now comes from you guys, the stream viewers, right? So why am I telling you all of this? Because the same exact thing happened to Rob. His channel, his real life name was Rob Dyke, D-Y-K-E. That's his real last name. He had all these videos, years and years. He'd been a content creator on YouTube, making a living on his channel. YouTube decides overnight, number one, the type of content that he's making may be considered too adult-oriented and therefore isn't advertiser-friendly. Oh, and number two, his last name, which is not a slur of any kind, is a misspelling of a slur. Because as you know, there's a slur towards homosexual women that sounds like his last name. And they said, because that's your last name, I'm not kidding you, they demonetized his entire channel because of his last fucking name. What the fuck? Now, I told you guys about this, the horror stories that came after 2017 when YouTube turned on this algorithm. There was an entire channel called Zombie Go Boom. And this channel was all kinds of content involving zombies. So, of course, when you come with you're in dealing with zombies, it's going to deal with some gore, cannibalism. I mean, that's what zombies do. Everyone knows what zombies are in horror, right? Literally, their entire channel was demonetized. And they basically kind of went out of business and had to lay off all their employees, so they sued YouTube. And guess what happened? The judge threw the case out because the judge didn't understand anything about the internet. The judge was a complete fucking idiot and was like, oh, well, in your terms of services, YouTube can do whatever they want. And he threw it out of court. He's an idiot. The judge is actually a fucking moron who didn't understand anything about the subject matter, but it was some old crotchety dude threw it out of court. So, essentially, YouTube ruined businesses overnight. Rob's was one of them.
This might be controversial, guys. Is that political? He's talking about the law being not done correctly because the judge didn't know what they're doing. Judges obviously involve the law. The politicians create the laws. Is that political? Is that borderline? Is it clutching at straws to say that's political? Or is that actually a partially political thing because he's having a go at the system for being ignorant about dealing with the internet? It's a reach, I know, but I think it is technically political because he's having a right go at the system there for not knowing how to deal with modern day internet cases in the court of law. It is quite a clutch, it's clutching at straws kind of thing, I know. I'll leave it for now.
Of them. If you didn't notice yesterday, some of the videos we watched on that React event, he was actually saying, hey guys, just so you know, YouTube's demonetizing this kind of content, so if you could please pledge to my Patreon. He was almost going out of business as well, and he was forced to kind of refocus and redesign his content. I was actually told for a while he didn't upload certain kinds of content because he couldn't make a living doing it anymore, and then later YouTube more relaxed their algorithms, and then he was able to go back to the kind of stuff that he was doing all along. But listen to this, okay? He had to change his name legally. He went to court and changed his name, okay, so that he could actually use a new name on his videos that would not be demonetized. That is crazy. That is absolutely nuts. I didn't know that. That is out of control. He had to legally change his name to upload content to YouTube. Wow. That's a new one. That's definitely a new one. So that's why his channel is now called Rob Gavigan, and he says in all his videos, hi, my name is Rob Gavigan. Holy shit. Now, I guess from what I'm to understand is Gavigan was, I think, his mother's maiden name, and his mother had passed away, so it was a way to do a tribute to her as well, which is a very nice sentiment, actually. But holy shit, can you believe that story? No, and I didn't know that before we did the marathon yesterday. And someone left this comment on my video. They're like, yeah, what a story for this guy. He's really been through the ringer just like you, trying to make ends meet being an internet content creator. Like, wow. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just thought you'd enjoy the story. So anyway, yesterday was my big React Marathon event. We reacted to the Rob Gavigan YouTube channel for about 4 hours. And we went through all kinds of different videos. Seriously Strange, Twisted Tens, Truth or Tale. And what these are different various kinds of countdowns. Of supernatural things, of weird oddity things. What I really liked was the Truth or Tale series. What was weird is there's only 3 of those videos. What it is he tells 5 stories, some of which are true, some of which are completely fabricated, and you don't know which are true or which are fabricated. You're supposed to guess. And then at the end, he reveals the truth about, you know, which ones were real and which ones were fake. I loved the show. We watched all 3 episodes, and that's all he ever did. So it was kind of like, oh, I wish there was more of that. But anyway, we had a ton of fun reacting to Rob's content. You can watch most of it in a normal video format here on DSP Gaming. And I say most of it because, guys, it happened again. Another one of the videos corrupted yesterday. And at this point, what I have to, I mean, at this point now, it's happened like 5-6 times in the last few months. And I think what it is at this point is my hard drive is screwed up. Like, I have been using this PC and all this hardware full time since I bought it in 2014. That's 8 years of using a PC almost all day, every day. All right. And I think what's happened is this hard drive must have a section or a part in it that's screwed up. For those who don't know, the way a hard drive works is you record to it, and then when you delete a file, you will actually be re-recording on the same spot again and again and again, over and over. You can't physically see on a disk where you're recording to, but that's how it works. Like, even though you say delete, technically, you know, the file's still there in that section, but then you have a re-recording over your old content. Think of it like an old cassette tape. You have a bunch of music saved to it, and then you could record over it, right? That's kind of how a hard drive kind of works. Not exactly like that, but essentially you're recording over the same spot over and over and over and over again, and it wears out. Now, excuse me. I have my PC set up to automatically scan and partition and auto clean up my hard drives. So it's not like, oh, Phil, you just haven't partitioned your hard drive in a million years. You know, so maybe that's the problem. No, it does it every couple of days. It automatically does that. It fixes it. It cleans it up. All right. That's likely why I haven't had this issue in 8 years until just recently, because it's been cleaning it up automatically. But it's obvious there's something wrong here. And I don't know how to fix it. At this point, I don't wish to buy a new hard drive, open up my PC, and try to pop a new one in there. Because number one, I don't even know what to get because the PC is 8 years old. I don't even know if what I could buy is compatible. On top of that, I just don't want to open the PC. This thing has been very stable for the most part, except for this hard drive issue now, which seems to be an ongoing issue. Everything's been working with this PC for 8 years. The last thing I want to do is open the fucker up for the first time ever and bust it, right? I would get an external hard drive. The problem is, from what I'm to understand, external hard drives don't work as well. They don't write as fast. And I'm nervous about doing a live recording you know, right here on a stream and trying to record to an external hard drive. Like, I feel like external hard drives are good for backing up, but not for live recording of video. You know what I mean? Excuse me. So, sadly, I hate to say it, I don't really think there's a quick fix to this scenario. This is not the first time this has happened, okay? This happened with a fighting game video of Capcom Fighting Collection a week or two ago. This happened with my pre-stream when I started the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. This happened with at least 1 or 2 other videos in the last 2 months. So, you know, it would be one thing if it happened once in a blue moon. This is like 4 or 5 times now within a 2 to 3 month period. It's obvious there's something wrong, okay? What sucks about this is here's what happens when one of my videos corrupts, to give you guys some perspective. It looks exactly the same as all my other videos. When my you know, computer is scanning and it shows you the stats of each video, it still says the video has a set length. It says that it has a set file size. It says everything's fine with that video. There's no indication that there's anything wrong with it. The only way that I would know is if I try to play the video to watch it to see what's the content of it, or if I try to upload it. If I do either of those things, the problems begin. I'll try to play it, and usually what will happen is the video player will open up and freeze, and then not work, okay? If I try to upload it, it'll say, oh, waiting or attempting to upload 0% and never make any progress after 0%. It'll just sit there. If you then do, you know, Control-Alt-Delete, which is what, Task Manager, and you look at your performance of your computer, the hard drive that video is stored on goes to 100% use and spikes and maxes and freezes like that. It's definitely the hard drive, okay? The problem with that is there's really no way to stop it once it starts happening. You can't tell your hard drive to stop. It just basically just keeps performing like that. It's fucked up. So the only way that I can get it to stop doing that is to restart my computer entirely, which is starting from scratch, because now everything's redone. Now I have to reopen everything, get everything going again. It's frustrating. So this happened yesterday as I'm uploading all the videos. And by the way, yesterday was a like 9-hour marathon. So I'm trying to upload the Level 1 podcast. I'm trying to upload 4 parts of me reacting to Rob Gavigan. I'm trying to upload Feasting with the King. I'm trying to upload the WWE 2K22 Fantasy Sims match. And I'm trying to upload the Daily Wrap all at once. I queue them all up to upload, and I realize one of the videos isn't uploading. Oh, no. I tried clicking around. Everything locks up on my computer. This is what happens when I start to upload the corrupted video. My whole computer fucks up. So I'm like, oh no, not again. And especially after a day like yesterday where I've been here in this office for 10 plus hours and I'm exhausted and I want to get out of here. I want to go take a shower. I want to go grab, you know, a bite to eat or a coffee or something. I want to basically go relax, and I can't relax. And that's what happened yesterday. So I'm here streaming basically nearly 10 hours straight. And then I was stuck in this fucking office trying to get this stuff working and uploading for like another 2 hours. It was like, oh my God. Not good. It was just not good. It was very, very tiring and stressful. After basically fighting with it for a while, I realized I'm just not going to get this video to work. There's nothing I can do. All right. Now, previously what I would do is when this happens, I would go to my archived stream, because when you upload to YouTube, YouTube archives your stream automatically, so you can watch it back later on. You can have it show up as a public video on your channel if you so choose. And what I was doing is I would edit the raw stream to be whatever component of the stream is missing because that video corrupted. So in this case, that 1 hour of reacting to Rob Gavigan that was missing, I would edit down the archive stream to be what the hour or so footage, and I would have that be live and add it to the ongoing playlist and all of that. There's a problem though. On YouTube, YouTube has some kind of a determination, I don't know what it is, that once a stream reaches a certain length, you can no longer do anything to that stream whatsoever. When you go to do anything on it, it says, oh, sorry, video's too long. Error, can't do it. So I couldn't even edit down the length of my stream to be an on-demand video. It wouldn't let me. So now I'm really screwed. It's like, well, I have no way to actually get this video on the internet. I can't do anything with it, because if I even touch the video on my PC, it basically makes my PC lock up. It's corrupted. And I can't edit down my archive stream. So I basically just told everyone, listen, I'm really sorry. There's not much I can do. I can't fix it. This is just how it is. I will leave the archive stream live. If you want to watch this stream on demand later, you can enjoy, but you have to watch the whole stream in its entirety and fast forward to this part that wasn't live and it's a separate video. There's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so you know, not only all this going on, but then to make matters worse, you know, because I'm uploading upwards of 9 to 10 hours of content all at once, it all goes live in random order. It's very confusing. I'm getting complaints from people. Phil Wise stuff not showing up in order. It's disjointed. It's confusing. I don't know what order to watch stuff. And so I wake up this morning and I look, and the views on all the videos are basically terrible. Like, for anything that I would do, even a game playthrough, I'm looking, I'm like, wow. Like, basically, the videos didn't really get much viewership overnight. And there's nothing I can do about that either. It's just because the way that they upload and everything when you do a marathon, it's disjointed. It just goes all over the place. So it's just kind of like, don't get me wrong, the marathon went really well. And what I mean by that is, we had a great time together. Those who were here live and had an open mind about it, knowing it wasn't gameplay content I was going to do, and it was going to be me reacting to content that's not my usual thing. It wasn't drama videos. It wasn't a documentary about someone else or me. It was something completely different and outside of my comfort zone. Okay? Those who were here live seemed to love it, and I do want to say thank you to everyone who not only engaged because, you know, viewership was good, likes, we had over 200 likes on the stream. That was nice. And support-wise, we hit all the goals and everything that I had in place for yesterday. It was just spectacular in that regard. It just seemed like people in general had a great time and supported the content and liked it. It just sucks that, like, you know, that half of the equation went so well, and then when I went to upload everything to YouTube, everything went wrong. You know, it is what it is. Oh my God, excuse me. Woo! That's disgusting. I'm very sorry. It is what it is. All right. So, you know, that's the situation right now. So, you know, I'm telling you this story, so you obviously know what happened yesterday. You might be wondering, why is there missing content or whatever on the channel? Why isn't it live? Already we got people in the chat, fucking know-it-alls. Oh, you could just order a replacement hard drive off Amazon, right? Shut up. No, I mean, shut up. I just told the whole story of why I don't want to open up my PC and start messing with hardware of an 8-year-old PC. You spamming in the chat, oh, you could buy a cheap hard drive online, wasting your time. You might as well fucking put your head in the toilet and yell. Like, you don't listen. And this is the problem. I get know-it-alls on my streams all the time. They think they know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know anything. They're just fucking yelling, thinking that they know better than the streamer or the content creator. I have a PC I've not opened once in 8 years. Right? Do you think I should open it now when it's having problems? Do you think that's a good idea? Genius level. All right? And now I get people, oh, why don't you get an external hard drive? I swear to God, why do I talk on my streams? No, really. Should I? Here's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm just going to take a piece of tape, and I'm going to turn on my stream, and I'm just going to have tape over my mouth. I'm going to sit here like this and stare at the camera for 3 hours. It's like I don't speak. Yeah. Did I not just say external hard drives have a slow writing capacity compared to internal? And so it wouldn't make sense to try to be recording 1080p 60 frames per second video to an external hard drive. It probably would have issues. Like I just don't know anymore. It's like people just don't want to listen. They selectively listen. And then they're know-it-alls and they spam stuff. And again, this is not everyone, but I see this every day now. It's like people on the internet have become so up their own ass with this mentality that they know better than everyone. And that, you know, like, especially in my case, oh, well, if Phil doesn't immediately listen to what we say and immediately respond in a positive manner, it means that he's some kind of a obstinate, you know, crotchety guy who doesn't want to listen to suggestions. It's like, no, I already answered your suggestions before you even gave them. I explained why I don't want to buy a new internal hard drive because I don't want to open the PC and fuck with it when it's an 8-year-old PC that already is having issues, and an external hard drive would not be sufficient, like I already explained. And then people still have to spam my chat with the know-it-all shit, as if I never existed. I might as well just not be in this chair right now. Okay, so I'm just going to try to, you know, it's like I'm not already stressed out enough over what's going on, right? So hold on a second here. Exactly right. Only Kawaii Coffee also says, if you use an external hard drive, you have a limitation of the USB port and USB cable, which you're right. My PC is 8 years old. Do you really think I'm using the top of the line latest USB technology? No, I'm using 8 years old outdated technology. It's probably not even the fastest data capacity. This is all correct things to be saying, but you can't speak like that to a person who's a know-it-all on the internet. You just can't. They'll just counter you a million times with nonsense. So anyway, the situation I'm in is basically a shitty one because there's no easy solution to the problem. I would love to say, oh, I just go right on Amazon right now and buy a hard drive. First of all, I can't. I don't have money. Every dollar I'm making right now, as I've explained over this weekend, is going to pay bills and raise funds for my day off on Wednesday. Right now, I can tell you this, because you guys have been so awesome and supportive, I have enough to pay my bills now. As of right now, we're halfway through my streaming week. I have enough to pay my bills. Now, I have to work on raising funds for my day off. That's the second half of my streaming week, okay? So, there you go. And by the way, so now this know-it-all is now telling me that I'm I don't want to pay attention. And so why do I even bother? You see what I mean? I should just immediately when I see someone who's not paying attention to the stream and thinks they know better, I should either just ban them. Right? Why even waste time? I mean, what a whole waste of time that was. What a fucking complete waste of everyone's time. Anyway, so here's the situation, all right? First of all, I don't have any funds for anything. I just don't. Right now, I literally have enough money right now to pay these bills. One of them cleared yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you very much, BlackMage666, for the subscription. I appreciate it, pal. So thank you very much. And yeah, that was a leaning manual ban, so we can take that off the card as well. So we've got no chat on the screen anymore from Phil's chat because we've got leaning manual ban there. So there we go.
Which I knew it would. And one of them is clearing likely tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest. And that's it for all that money. So now anything I raise starting today, tomorrow, Tuesday are the funds that I have for my day off on Wednesday. Okay? So if you like my streams, if you support the content, by all means, thank you in advance for any kind of support. But I'm going to reiterate what I've been saying for the past few days. The best way to support me and my content right now would be to tip me. I need tips right now to have funds to spend on my day off on Wednesday for things like groceries, paying for stuff around the house that we need to restock, maybe have a nice meal with my wife for one time during the week, because I don't get that. We basically have home cooked meals every day because, it's nice to have a day when you don't have.
For the love of all that is fucking holy, man, this guy is saying I really need your help massively and desperately, and then as soon as he's finished saying that, he goes, I need to have a meal out with my wife once a week. Hands up in chat who has an actual meal with their significant other once a week. It's like a once a month thing for some people, maybe once every couple of months for most normal people. Once a week tradition to have a fucking fancy meal out with your wife or significant other or whatever, that is not normal, especially for somebody that's desperately asking for your money. He is desperately asking his fans to pay him money, partially so he can stuff his space at a restaurant with his wife. That to me is not adding up as a very sensible way of spending that money that you apparently need desperately. Paying bills, aye, kinda makes sense. Getting grocery shopping, yeah, you need essentials to get by and live, of course, obviously that makes sense. Also, the paying bills thing should have been covered by YouTube in the first place. I don't know why I didn't save money aside for all your bills for YouTube pay, but I guess you're just going to memory hole the fact that all your YouTube money was supposedly went to go to your bills. It's convenient and nobody's brought that up to you, Phil, isn't it? Very convenient and nobody has reminded you, Phil, that your YouTube pay that happens on the 21st of every month is meant to be specifically for all your bills. It's very convenient that you memory hold that little fact that you dropped on your fucking chat a couple of months ago. All of a sudden, it's the tips that have to go towards the fucking bills, not YouTube payments. And all of a fucking sudden, it's just a case of, oh, I need tips now. Do I? Because I want to stuff my fucking fat face with my fat ass wife in some fancy ass restaurant on my day off. Because if I don't have a fucking meal out with my wife once a week, then we get all antsy and irritated, not shit, and she starts moaning and I get cranky and all that. Fuck off, Phil. Acting all fucking sore and the victim. He is the victim because he doesn't get to have a fucking meal out with his wife once a goddamn week. Shut the fuck up.
Have to cook. and you can actually have a nice meal with your significant other once a week. You know what I mean? That's basically our day off. So, if you like the streams, by all means, if you want to support in other ways, a membership, a super chat, a super sticker, that's all fine. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. But if you have the option to choose how you would like to support my streams over the next 3 days, please tip me. Literally 100% of the tips that I raise in the next 3 days are going towards my day off on Wednesday. Okay? So thank you in advance to anyone who contributes in any way. That's the situation I'm in right now. I don't have disposable income to buy a hard drive and start dicking around, especially with the fact that you don't even know if it's going to work or solve the problem. I don't have that kind of money to just blow. I just don't. Okay? So there's no quick fix or easy solution to my problem. Now, I've already told you guys that this year, I would definitely like to get a new PC. I feel like it's a necessity at this point. There's now ongoing issues with my setup over and over and over, right? So, with that being said, we talked about it earlier this year, that last year, a few people had actually reached out to me and said that they were interested in helping me get a new PC. This was around the summer of last year. And I said, well, that's great, but I had no plans in upgrading my setup at that point, especially because we were very near to the fall, the busiest gaming season of the year. So let's reconvene next year when it seems like it would be a good time. Quite frankly, right now would be a really good time, except I reached out to a couple of those people, and of the ones that responded, basically some said, sorry, because of inflation and things this year, we just can't help you right now. And the other person said, well, I can't buy a new PC like originally we had talked about, but I have some parts or things I can donate, which really isn't going to work. You know, I'm not a PC builder. I haven't built an actual PC of my own since the early 2000s. I don't think now is a good time to start. The last thing I would want is a bunch of people donating a million components, me trying to put it together, having technical issues, not making it work. I also don't have the time to build it, just being honest. I don't have time to sit around and build PCs when I need to be working as much as I do. So it's just not going to work, okay? So, I mean, the real solution here would essentially be getting a pre-built PC from somewhere. Where, I have no idea. This one I got here, I think I had gotten from, I want to say it was like iBuyPower PC, or no, CyberPower. I think this is a CyberPower PC computer that I bought 8 years ago. I love the PC. I've never had an issue with it. Outside of every once in a while, there's a little glitch with my microphone, or now we're having an issue with the hard drive 8 years later. What's hilarious about it is the moment I got it, people started insulting me, saying that I bought a terrible PC, I wasted money, it's a lemon. You know, pieces of human shit who don't know what the fuck they're talking about and just want to crap on everything on the internet. So, this PC has been great, okay? But it's 8 years. It needs to be retired, you know what I mean? 8 years of constant use, it's not going to be like it used to be. In addition, we're in a situation here where definitely I need to start using updated technology. I'm literally using an external capture device, all right, to capture video from my consoles. It's so outdated. This device is so old. There's so many things that are probably way newer now. You know what I mean? So anyway, that being said, I don't know anything about how PCs are going right now. I don't know if prices have gone up or down. I know in the last year, they're basically saying the whole issue with people doing the, what do you call it? Data mining and stuff to try to get cryptocurrency kind of has fallen out because cryptocurrency markets plummeted and crashed. So really there's no business in doing it anymore. Like you can't make enough money to warrant doing that. So I don't think that the mining is happening anymore. I don't know if that means that the cost of GPUs has gone down. But what I'm also to understand is that the cost of like processors has gone way up. I don't know. I'm not a technical guy in this regard. And I certainly haven't been following this kind of stuff. Okay. So that being said, at some point I have to get a new PC. I just don't know how I'm going to do it right now because I've explained to you guys that basically here's the situation I'm in. I know that literally right now I have a very supportive fan base and viewer base. And I know that if I were to say, hey guys, listen, here's the situation. It's an emergency. I need a new PC. Let's do a fundraiser for it. I'll do a special day or series of days where we will figure out some extra stuff, interesting stuff to do. And over those days, we'll have goals like, oh, here's a funding goal for that day to try to raise. And if we raise it, then I get a special event or whatever. I know for a fact that if I did that, it would likely be successful. Especially if I told you guys this is absolutely what the money's going towards. I almost guarantee we will hit the goals because you guys are that awesome. All right? And I know that. And I appreciate that. Okay? But here's the problem. Okay? Here's the real problem. If I do that, I know what that'll be. It'll be at the expense of ongoing support. So, for example, let's say 1 week I do a 3-day fundraiser event, and at the end of the 3 days, wow, congratulations, we hit the goals, I can get a new PC, this is exciting, let's buy a new pre-built or whatever, and we do it, excellent. Then what will end up happening is for the next 2 weeks, support will be non-existent, because people basically went out above and beyond to support getting the new PC. You know what I'm saying? And as appreciative as I would be to do that, I would basically be stabbing myself in the foot. And I wouldn't be able to make ends meet then, It sucks that I live paycheck to paycheck the way that I do. I wish that I had a couple of months of buffer, or I wish that I wasn't in the financial situation that I was in, and I didn't declare bankruptcy 2 years ago, and I had credit. Because if I had credit, literally none of this would be happening. If I had credit, obviously I could either take out a loan or put it on a credit card or whatever, and then we'd be okay, and you pay stuff off over time. I don't have that. I won't have that again for another 5 to 7 years minimum. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know what I mean? Either I stick with the setup I have and continue with the risk of having corrupted files several times a month that I have absolutely no capacity to fix. If anything, I've lucked out, and here's why. The videos that corrupt have never been an ongoing playthrough part. I don't know how I got that lucky. It was one episode of my podcast. It was one fighting game session hour. And then yesterday it was one of the reaction videos to Rob Gavigan. It wasn't like, oh, Final Fantasy VII Part 12 out of my ongoing playthrough is corrupted and now no one can watch that part and that hour of footage is lost to everyone. That's never happened yet. But it's definitely bound to happen. Okay, it's bound to happen. Big Old Bean, if you ever say something like that again in my chat, I will permanently ban you. I mean it too. And I really strongly advise you don't test me on that. Okay. So, that being said, what do I do? Do I tough it out, right? Do I just stick with it for now and then hope that maybe later on in the year things are alleviated a bit? Because let's be honest, what will happen is later in the year there absolutely will be more games coming out. There will be more attention on my channel. Things will get a little bit more busy. And later on in the year, during the months of October, November, December, those are the very high ad revenue months on YouTube. Now, last year, not so much. I screwed myself over. Allow me to explain. If you remember last year in the fall, there was a few games that I played that all had licensed music. Guardians of the Galaxy, Forza Horizon 5, and the Grand Theft Auto trilogy. Those were some of the biggest playthroughs at the time, and I left the licensed music in them. What that meant was, as I played those games, okay, sadly, I got no ad revenue on them. So normally what would happen is the months of October, November, December, once those months passed, and you got to wait about a month to a month and a half of processing time, when I got paid from like November, December, January, I would see a big spike in income. And I'd be like, oh, look at all this extra income right now. This helps. This pads me a little bit. This helps me to make ends meet. Last year that didn't happen because I made the conscious decision to leave licensed music in my videos. So I didn't get to see that increase like I normally get, which sucks because that could have helped a lot, okay? But I blame myself. I made the active choice. I said the playthroughs will be better if I leave the ads in, and I was of the impression that maybe if I did that people maybe would support them a little more, and that didn't happen. The support was still there. It was about the usual amount of support I always get. There was no like over and above levels of support to make up for the fact I lost all that ad revenue. So you know what? It was kind of a chance I took. It was a chance that didn't pay off, but at least I didn't run myself into the ground, but that's just what happened, being matter of fact about it, okay? So, later this year, in the fall, we've got games like God of War Ragnarok, right? We've got games such as, to give you an example, because there's quite a few coming out in the fall this year. Here, I'll just go through October, November, December for you. Midnight Suns, A Plague Tale Requiem, Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hope, Scorn, Gotham Knights, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, God of War Ragnarok, Pokemon Scarlet or Violet, Callisto Protocol, possibly Stalker 2. No, actually Stalker 2 got delayed, didn't I? think it did. Dragon Quest Treasures. So that's just an idea, and that's a brief kind of overview and summary of what's coming out, during those times. So, some big ones there. And admittedly, I think what will happen is during those months, I will see a big increase in ad revenue. Of course, it'll take an extra month or two to get any kind of payment for that. But if that happens, and I have a little bit of an extra buffer, all right, then if I were to say, okay, it's a year-end event, let's try to raise funds to get a new PC. And if that means that for 2 weeks after that fundraising event, support is very low because people kind of went above and beyond to make that event happen to get me the new PC, I'll at least have a little bit of a safeguard, a little bit of something to fall back on because I made a little bit of extra money on YouTube for those months. You see? But that's really the only idea I can really think of right now. I don't know what else I can do. There's no point in buying a new hard drive. I'm not opening that PC and destroying it because then I have nothing to make content with. The external hard drive will not solve the problem. I'm using 8-year-old hardware. The USB ports and everything are outdated. I can't just buy a new PC. I don't have money for it. I can't do a fundraiser to buy one because I can't forego then having income for 2-3 weeks afterward. And basically because of inflation, the people who had offered to donate a PC last year can't do that anymore. So that's the situation I'm in, all right? Because, not to say that it annoys me, but it is disheartening when people just assume, because I'm a full-time content creator, that everything's great, everything's a bed of roses, and I'm just full of disposable income that I could toss at stuff at any time to solve an issue like this. It's sadly not the case. At one point in my life, that was very much true. Very much. I had all this disposable income, and if something broke, I could immediately just buy the replacement. It wasn't a big deal. That's not like that anymore, okay? Now, another thing to talk about here is that I have absolutely no idea what I'd even be looking for in a PC, because some people already have kind of reached out to me, not to say they're going to buy me anything, but they're like, what kind of money do you think it would cost to buy a new PC? I have no idea. You're talking to someone who hasn't bought a PC in 8 years. And when I bought this PC 8 years ago, I got yelled at, said I did it wrong. I don't know what processor I'm looking for. I don't know what GPU I'm looking for. I don't know how much RAM I need. I don't know what kind of hard drives I need. I don't know if I need a cooling system in this thing. I have no idea. I'm an idiot. All right? I'm outright admit it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to PCs, PC specs, I'm an idiot. And probably in a lot of other regards too, but that's a specific one. That's a specific one where I'm just not educated. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay? So, this definitely now has to be a discussion. We have to start. It can't really come to fruition at this point. There's just no way. But this is a discussion we have to begin. How am I going to upgrade my setup? How am I going to fix the issues I'm having without screwing my business over for a month, which I can't do. And when I eventually, what am I looking for? Because if I figure this out, then maybe we can have at least an estimate of what to work towards. Because that's the other thing too. I can't even do a fundraiser until I know how much I'm trying to raise. I don't even know how much I'm trying to raise. I have no idea. Okay? So anyway, all this is neither here nor there. There's not much that can be done about it, but I just wanted to get into a discussion about it because this is what's going on. People are now asking me, why are your videos corrupting all the time? I'm using an 8-year computer, 8-year-old. I've been using it every day full time for 8 years. It's going to have problems. I'm shocked it lasts this long. This is by far the longest lasting computer I've ever owned in my life. Of any PC I've ever had, I never used another PC for 8 years like this. It's just never had that longevity. Okay? Okay. So anyway, this is a discussion we'll begin today. I'm sure what'll happen is now it's going to come up from time to time. I'm sure people are now going to start tossing me suggestions on what I should be looking for and what it would cost. And we'll go from there. Okay? Okay. Cool. And we'll go from there. It's that simple. All right? So anyway, yesterday's marathon went well. I had a great time with it. People who were there live loved it. Sadly, the videos on demand didn't really get much traction. I don't know if people will be watching those over time, or I don't know, because they uploaded all at once and out of order. People are like turned off to watching that many videos because I think it's like 8 or 9 videos all at once went live at almost the same time. I hope you'll give it a shot. The React stuff was good. The WWE Sims match was really good. People loved it. And Feasting with the King also was really good. The last one I did was kind of a bust, the Vietnamese food. This latest one, American Barbecue, oh my God. That was top 3 most delicious things I've had in the last year on Feasting with the King, for sure. It was really, really good. So give them a look if you haven't yet when you get a chance, okay? Now, let's talk about what we're doing for the rest of the week, because as I just explained, the first 3 days of this week, I raised enough funds, I paid my bills. The next 3 days, including today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, I'm looking to raise funds to have my day off on Wednesday. So what are we doing? Today is the continuation of Final Fantasy VII. I am pleased to announce we beat the Shinra Tower. We have left Midgar. Today we are literally starting the open world portion of the game. This is the portion of the game that passes
money, yeah, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah, yeah. Money.
Sorry, I went to my mic go. Black Mage 66 super chatted $5 and said, wait, I thought people giving suggestions are know-it-all peds. You gotta keep in mind, Black Mage 66 Phil is a know-it-all. He knows absolutely everything. He's allowed to speak on things he has zero education or knowledge about. In fact, him actually admitting he has zero knowledge about PCs is an interesting retcon, considering he used to brag about building them in the past all the time. It's such a really interesting 180 from Phil's part to say he's completely ignorant these days on how to fucking even open a PC up, never mind build one. So I think that's quite interesting for him to have actually done that. But yeah, Phil's a natural at fucking, bloviating on subjects that are actually outside the scope of his knowledge. He's very quick to give an opinion on how all these industries and, organisations are so stupid and brain dead to have done something like this when he doesn't know any better, how it could have been done any better, and he probably would have fucking made it worse if he was in a position to have done something himself about it. Yeah, it's just fucking Phil for you. He is the master at fucking giving an opinion when it is not fucking needed. Now guys, we're actually doing quite well with bingo. If it says variety, that's another bingo. If it says the bottom line is, that's a bingo. If it says would be great, that's a bingo. If it says gifted memberships, that's another bingo. And if he stands up, that's a bingo. We are doing quite well. And we have a chance of doing getting quite a few more here. I'll have to wait and see There's a couple that maybe might not happen, but this has actually got potential, guys. We might get close again today. So, fingers crossed. But thank you very much, Black Mage 666, for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Where Final Fantasy VII Remake ended. So everything we do from here on out in the game is new content. If you only watched the remake or played the remake, everything is new now. You're just, your mind's about to be blown as you see where the game goes. And in my opinion, this part after Shinra is better than Shinra. The Shinra build-up is almost like a separate game. It really is. It's almost like a completely separate game because the whole point, 9 hours of gameplay, it's like you're part of a group of rebels. You're fighting against the evil, oppressive government. The government's trying to destroy the planet. You've got to save them. And then, boom. You leave the city, now everything's going to change, as you guys are going to see, okay? So, this should be exciting. I'm excited for this to see where it goes. Again, I really enjoyed playing this as an ongoing thing. I'm really excited. So I hope you guys will join me today. 3 hours of the open world of Final Fantasy VII, first getting into the real meat of the game, okay? Tonight on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it will be Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. This is the game you guys voted for viewer's choice. It is insanely cryptic and difficult. I'm 4 hours in. I think we're more than halfway through the game now. So tonight we'll see how it goes, but I'm definitely going to need help if you guys don't help me to figure out. Seriously, if you guys can't help me to figure out how to do it, I'll never get through the game. The game is so ridiculously cryptic, but you guys have been very helpful, and I really appreciate that. More frustration tonight for sure, okay? Okay. Tomorrow, we're starting up something new. We're starting up something different. We're starting up something you guys wanted, and you had to wait a little bit to get it, but you're getting it now. Tomorrow, we're starting Fable Anniversary. Fable Anniversary, first of all, is a game from 7 or 8 years ago, where they redid Fable 1 for the Xbox 360 with more modernized graphics, modernized gameplay mechanics, okay? When it came out, I did a full playthrough of it. I really enjoyed it, but it was really full of bugs and silly stuff, and the graphics weren't as good, I feel, as they could have been. But it's still a fun game. It is more of a casualized RPG, but it has a sense of humor for sure. It's a really neat, fun game. You guys wanted Fable Anniversary as part of the Viewer's Choice event. You voted it as number 2, and it only lost to Zelda 2 by 0.04% of the vote, which if you do the math equated to around 15 people. So, my God, it almost made it, and I would feel really bad if we didn't play it when it was that close to winning the vote. So we are going to play it starting tomorrow on the main gameplay stream, playing it now on the Xbox Series X. It's upscaled graphics that look much better, and apparently the game runs at a silky smooth 60 frames per second. So that's going to be pretty neat, and I'm excited for that. I know many of you are too because you voted for it, and you've been waiting, to see it happen. Tomorrow night, more Capcom Fighting Collection fighting game fun. I'm curious to see how it'll go because on Friday when I played, it had slowed down a bit with the amount of competition. I don't know if that was particularly just a bad experience that night or if things are slowing down and people are stopping to play the collection. I don't know, but I'm going to attempt to play it on Monday night. Now, the good news is, if this collection ends up dying in the next few weeks, which I really hope it doesn't because I've enjoyed playing Vampire Savior and Gem Fighter Minimix and Hyper Street Fighter 2. But if it does end up dying, all right, we have the option, because I do currently have PlayStation Plus Premium, to live stream Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, Third Strike Online Edition, Darkstalkers Resurrection, or a combination of all three. Okay? So we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can keep it going because I want to keep playing this collection. But if they die, I have these other games that we can play and stream. It looks like there is still comp for those online. Okay? Cool. All right. And then Tuesday, my final streaming day of the week, is on your hands. If you want to see more Final Fantasy, we'll do that. If you want to see more Fable, we'll do that. That first stream will be determined by you. We might even do an overnight poll to determine what it is that I'll be doing, okay? So we'll see what happens, but that's Tuesday's main stream, and then Tuesday night, more Zelda 2 to end the week. Will I have beaten Zelda 2 by Tuesday night? That's, anyone's guess. Some people are thinking, yes, I will, and others are like, nah, probably not, because it's so hard. So I guess we'll see what happens, okay? Now, next week, the main gameplay streams will be an alternation of Final Fantasy and Fable. The night streams will be Zelda 2 and Capcom Fighting Collection, and I'll be starting up something new next week. What will it be? Well, we have many, many, many options. We can pick some more games off of PlayStation Plus Premium to try out. We can do an ongoing playthrough, like, for example, maybe Super Mario Bros. 2, which I talked about previously, or maybe another game like MotorStorm Apocalypse off of PlayStation Plus Premium, or something else, okay? So, let's see what happens next week. The next major new releases come out on the 19th, so 1 week from Tuesday, and those releases are Stray as well as Dusk Falls. Two interesting games I'm very excited to play and cover for you guys, but we still got over a week before we get to that, okay? Okay. All right, now, a couple other quick things to cover. First of all, thank you guys for the support this month. It is official. We've already hit our Tier 1 members goal, which means the DSP's Closet event will be happening either in late July or early August. So now, since we have a chance,
I think there's a thumbs up.
It's official. We've already hit
Keep it on
our
the
tier
bottom
1
left
members
there.
goal, which means the DSP's closet.
Yeah, that's a thumbs up. Look at that wee thumb up. He's using a thumbs up to point to the body thumbnail. That's a thumbs up.
Event will be happening either in late July or early August. So now, since we have a chance to take a look at this, okay? Now that the marathon is done. So yesterday was the 9th, and taking a look at scheduling wise, I definitely wouldn't want to do another marathon in the next 2 weeks. So I would say the absolute earliest that we would maybe want to do this would be July 30th, which would make it a 3-week time span from yesterday's marathon, okay? I'd be okay with that, all right? What this event is going to be is another special marathon event, and we're going to be going into my closet and taking stuff out of there, seeing what it is, evaluating it. If there's a story behind it, I'll tell you the story behind whatever I'm taking out of there. And then we determine, is this something that has value that I can use in my setup or on my streams? Is this something that somehow could have maybe even like a trade-in value at a GameStop if I were to go there? Or is this something that I should just throw out and get out of here? There's stuff in there that's empty boxes and shit that I'm definitely going to be throwing out. But outside of that, there's some things in there that I will definitely be probably getting use out of. Sadly, one thing I can't do is resell any of it online. I have trolls who stalk my every movement. If I were to try to make a new account or even a dummy account and name it something different, trolls would find me and would ruin it for me and would not allow me to sell anything online. In fact, they'd probably troll me and do fake bids and try to fucking scam me. So, been there, done that, not messing with that. Can't do that, sadly. But if there's maybe a way that I could get some value out of it, one way or another, that would definitely be an interesting event. So let's say for now, tentatively, we will set the DSP's Closet event, all right, for Saturday, July 30th. That's tentative. That's not set in stone. That could change if there's a reason to change it, all right? But that's definitely what we're starting off with. And then if we want to change that later for some good reason, we can. We could bump it to August if we need to. But I want to say let's do a 3-week time period since the last weekend style event, okay? All right, there you go. So that's coming up, all right? And I'm excited for that, something different for sure. And I hope that you guys are looking forward to it as well. Now, we still have a members goal. And you might say, wait a minute, I thought you said we just hit the members goal. Why is there another members goal? Well, because we already hit the members goal so early in July, I decided to do a tier 2 goal. If we have 585 members at any point during July, we will talk about and set up the next React event. Now, I really liked reacting to Rob Gavigan's content. It was a breath of fresh air, but it seems like people want me to react to more dramatic stuff again. At this point, it's been a month since I reacted to the John and Howard video. You know, if we do hit this goal and we set up another marathon event, it's not even going to happen until August. So now you're talking 2+ months. So I think that's enough time. We could do it again. It seems like you guys really want me to react to the original This Is How You Don't Play. That seems to be one major thing of agreement. At the same time, some people would like to see me react to more documentary style stuff, like maybe taking another Down the Rabbit Hole video or... excuse me. Or one of the documentaries off the June the King channel. I've gotten permission to react to anything off of Frederick Knudsen or June the King's channels. So if people look at those and say, oh, these look like interesting documentaries I'd like to see Phil react to, I could do that as well. So that's what I will leave it to. It will either be reacting to the original This Is How You Don't Play video or one of the documentaries off of one of those gentlemen's channels. We'll leave it at that for now. As the month progresses and we see if we get any closer to hitting this goal, we can discuss more specifics about what it will be. Maybe we'll do a poll or, you know, we'll start talking it out. Okay? There you go. So, there you have it. That's what's going on with this. So, hey, if you become a member, if you give the membership, that's what you're helping work towards right there, and that's what that's for. The next React event, a marathon with, you know, a Feasting with the King episode in it, and all the trimmings and everything like we did yesterday. Okay? Cool. All right. Gaming news-wise today. I got nothing. I was searching the internet trying to find gaming news. I couldn't find anything of any significance. A bunch of people bitching about nonsense, and nothing in particular happening right now in the realm of gaming news that I could find. So we really have nothing to discuss today. I'll do a couple quick shout-outs. It looks like we have one YouTube side shout-out. And we have one tip. And then that's it. You know, I do have one thing to discuss that's kind of weird. So yesterday someone said to me, Phil, are you aware that if you use the YouTube app, okay? So we're not talking YouTube on your PC or YouTube on a mobile device in a browser. We're talking if you use the YouTube app on a smartphone or on a TV or anything like that. Were you aware that when you bring up DSP Gaming, there are no videos? All that shows up on the YouTube app for your channel are your archived streams. That's it. To which I responded, no, I didn't know that. Why is that? Now, I didn't know if it was true or not until yesterday. Last night, my wife came home from work and she says, you know, I really liked that fantasy match that you did in WWE last time you did a React stream, could we watch your fantasy match from today? Because I missed it. I want to see what characters you put into it or whatever. I was like, sure, why not? So we bring up the YouTube app. That's what we use to watch YouTube videos on our television together. And we go to my channel, and there's only streams. That's it. No videos. Did I set it up like that? No. How did I fix that? I don't know. So apparently anyone who has the app can't watch any of my on-demand videos. And there's no explanation for why. And I have no idea how to fix it, because it doesn't make sense that the videos would all be showing up on desktop or in the mobile browser. But then when you open the YouTube app, all you see are my streams, and that's it. I saw it firsthand last night, and I was like, what the hell? So to watch the match, because we wanted to watch it, we had to press play on my archive stream, which was almost 9 hours long, and fast forward through 8 hours of content to get to the part where the match started. And it was pretty frustrating. Okay, so I have no idea why, and I apologize in advance to anyone who has issues with the app. All I can tell you is this: the YouTube app has never worked. No exaggeration. Years and years ago I tried using it, didn't work. Every time I've tried to use their app for anything, it just doesn't work right. It is an easy and convenient way to watch YouTube videos on a TV. My wife and I, that's how we watch videos, but it's unfortunate because even then it has issues. It buffers, it craps out, it does, problems. It is what it is. I can't fix it, and sadly there's nothing I can do, to repair that problem. Sorry. I know it sucks if you want to watch my videos and you can't use the app to watch them. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, that's the deal. Okay, shout outs. On the YouTube side of things, we have one shout out to do from the Dirty Troll, who did a super chat and says, wasn't there 4 new React videos, or am I high? There was supposed to be, but one of them corrupted. That's what we were talking about on the pre-stream today here on the Level 1 podcast. All first 3 parts were fine. Oops. The 4th part corrupted, and there's no way for me to upload it. So the only way you can watch that missing hour of me reacting to that Rob Gavigan stuff is to go to the archive stream, which is 9 hours long, and fast forwarding through a ridiculous amount of stuff until after Feasting with the King, and then there's an hour more of reacting before I get to my WWE sim. And I apologize that that's the case. I don't like having these issues happening. There's nothing I can really do to fix them. Okay? I'm sorry for that. The Dirty Troll is obviously very, very upset with me that I did not upload that 4th part. And I'm upset with myself, quite frankly. I wish I could fix it. Okay, so we have one tip. This tip is from Stephen Hawking, who did the $1.50 and says, after you placed the Evo, did you go out and celebrate, like go drink with your mates or to go to dinner with your fam? Well, first of all, I was not there with my fam. I was there by myself. I actually went to Evo that year, 2005, completely by myself. I had no friends I was traveling with, no family members. I did it on my own. Okay? At that point in my life, things were kind of screwed up, personally for me. I didn't actually know what was going to happen in my life because I had basically just left, or I was in the process of leaving my current job at Wells Fargo Financial because I found out it was a predatory lender. And number one, I was morally hurt, like working there, knowing that I was lending to people who basically would never be able to pay back the loans we were giving them, and we were going to foreclose on their homes. That was number one. Number two, I had a manager who was very much biased against me. I will not go into that. I've told this story many times over the years, and there was no real way to get out of this bad situation. So I was leaving, or had already left that job. I can't remember the exact timing. And the only way that I could go to Evo was to take out an exorbitant amount of loans against my credit cards. What you could do back then was called a cash advance, where you would go to an ATM and use your credit card to take out money that technically you didn't have at an exorbitant interest rate. So I ended up taking out like tons of these loans on credit cards to have money so that I could go to Evo. And I went to Evo by myself against all odds. At the time, no one had any faith in me that I could do well at Evo. People were making fun of me, saying you're wasting your time and money. You're not good enough to do anything at Evo. You're not supporting this. This is really stupid of you to do this. I little did anyone know that I was actually taking out all these loans to go to Evo, that I didn't even have the money to go because I didn't have a job anymore. It was basically one of the most risky things I ever did in my life. Okay? You know, and I'll be honest with you, it was very, very, how can I say, stressful, scary. Going on a trip like that with no one, you're doing it by yourself, right? No one to back you, no one to support you. I had no one cheering for me at all. Okay, so it was interesting to say the least. And then to go out there, and my intention was I wanted to do really well at Marvel vs. Capcom 2. What game did I ended up doing well in? Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. A game that I played as like a side thing, a hobby. It wasn't my main focus. And it ends up being the game that I dominate in and get 4th place at EVO. And it's my highest, basically, major ranking I ever had at any kind of a tournament of that caliber. All right, so it was pretty crazy. But no, when I went there, all right, basically I went there by myself. Now, there were some people I was friendly with, and they know who they are. At this point, I can't remember exactly where they even were from because it's been so long. I mean, we're talking like 15, 17 years ago. I can't even particularly remember, but I know that they were really cool people. I believe Isaac Graham was one of them. And then it was him and his friend of players. I think it was, actually, now I'm thinking about it, it might have been Maryland, Baltimore area. Maybe not. I can't remember exactly. But he was a really nice guy. And him and his friends basically kind of befriended me, knowing that I didn't have anyone there supporting me or anything. And unlike the online persona that I put on, I actually was not an asshole in real life. And they befriended me, and we were kind of hanging out and having fun. I talked the story about we had qualifiers breakfast together and all that. You could go back and watch all my old podcasts and stuff for all these stories. But no, after I had gotten 4th place at EVO, basically, and I talked about this in my Down the Rabbit Hole React video, which you can watch. It's on this channel from about 2 months ago. The pros, the supposed pros, who I had just all defeated in tournament, by the way, were so upset with the way that this tournament went down that they absolutely demanded, it wasn't like a casual request, they demanded to have a second Super Turbo tournament, an arcade version of Super Turbo, not the console version that EVO had chosen to be in the tournament, but an arcade version in a hotel room on a makeshift cabinet. They demanded this. They said, we demand that everyone who had just placed come into this hotel room and play with us because we don't feel that those tournament results were legit. We want to have the real tournament now in the hotel room. So I played in that tournament. I lost. I didn't care. I was so exhausted from having played at such a high level over the course of the whole weekend and getting that 4th place. I didn't give a shit. And then when we were done with that, I went back to my hotel room and I probably drank myself into a stupor and passed out. And honestly, I'm trying to remember if I even went back to watch the finals. I very well might have gone back and watched some of the finals. I don't remember. I think I might have watched some Guilty Gear because I never really understood competitive Guilty Gear, and I watched it at a high level. I really enjoyed it. I can't really remember because that might have been EVO 2006 or 2007 as well. I went to all of them. But no, there was no giant celebration. There was no huge, let's go, have a drink with the mates and go crazy and have a nice dinner, victory dinner. There was none of that. It was basically playing a fake tournament in a hotel room afterwards because the West Coast OGs were so salty about losing in this tournament, and then I went and passed out in my hotel room. And then began the weeks and weeks and weeks of damage control of them trying to spin how I placed at EVO was fake and false and never counted. I mean, you could watch 5 years later, they were still putting out videos at tournaments about it, how it wasn't valid and all of that. That's ridiculous. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Sorry about that distraction. One of the West Coast OG players was trying to crawl through my window, so I did a running super kick to his face, knocked him into the street, closed the window. Okay, so thank you for the tip, Steven. Did I put you on the leaderboard? I did. All right, that's all we have for shout-outs. We had one super chat and one tip. So what I will do now is I'll open up the stream to open Q&A. If anyone wants to tag me in the chat with a question, I will do my best to answer it. We've got about 15-20 minutes to do this before we get started with gameplay, okay? Okay. So 672 says, I'm on the YouTube mobile app on iPhone. I can see your archive videos fine. You have to go to playlists. Last night, none of that existed on the app. Like when I opened the YouTube app on the TV and you go to DSP Gaming, all that showed there was archive streams. That was it. There was no playlist tab. There was no videos tab. None of it. It was just, here's the archive streams. I'm glad to hear that you can find it. It sounds like it might be different for everybody. I don't know what's going on with it. We already did the story about Kojima Astronaut yesterday. I'm not going to go into that again. Do I remember the specs of the first PC I built? No, this was 20 years ago. How old is my TV? I got the TV the same year that someone donated the PS4 Pro. So that would have been 1 or 2 years before PS5. The TV's probably 4 years old, 5 years old now. It's still great. Still works beautifully. Kai, no problem. Says, thanks for keeping me company while I draw my work. No problem. And we got a fucking idiot here who's getting banned, a troll. How nice. What happens when my PC fails? Then I can't make content. I do have a PC in my closet that's a backup PC that I owned when I lived in Connecticut. It's incredibly old. It's over a decade old. Likely it's powerful enough to turn on, load OBS, and do this kind of content, but I probably wouldn't be able to capture gameplay on it. It's so old. So maybe what I have to do is temporary vlogging of some sort until I can figure out a way to get a new PC. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have a backup plan. I have no credit. If I did, I would say, oh, I'll go just buy a PC. I can't. That's my reality, dude. Team Kogo says, archive stream issue happens on my Samsung TV app if I refresh it over and over, then eventually videos show up. So it sounds like an app issue. It does. It sounds like an issue in the app, right? Yeah. Ooh, my neck. Oh, let's see. I need to release a statement on detractor channels getting false copyright strikes because it's being done under your name. Okay? I'll do the same statement I've always done. I'm not doing it. Doesn't matter what YouTube says. It's not me. I've never been involved with doing this at all. The only time I've ever, in my history as a content creator, tried to take down any channel was when a channel literally lifted a video of mine in its entirety, unedited, and just re-uploaded it to their own channel. And this was many, many years ago when I attempted to do that. That's how I found out how YouTube's copyright system doesn't even work. Because basically you can just dispute it and within 2 weeks your video is live again anyway. I don't have money to sue people to stop them from stealing my content. And I gave up on any kind of doing anything like that many, many, many years ago. The only time that I think it was ever done in my name without my permission legally was Machinima. Machinima many years ago tried to claim videos when I never even discussed it with them. Okay, outside of that, I've never done it. I've publicly said this over the years. I don't know who it is that's doing it. People have guesses. They think maybe it's that Superhound guy or someone else. And they say they're just using very basic information that you know about me. My name, my address, information about my YouTube channel. You know, stuff that was doxed publicly by my detractors years and years ago. It's not like I wanted to put my name, address, and phone number and information on the internet. These people doxed me on the internet, putting the information out there. Okay? So now, apparently someone is using this information to impersonate me, not only on YouTube, but on Twitter as well. And they are taking down videos and content. I don't know what you would like me to do about it, because it's not me. Whenever someone asks me, hey, can you interject or do something to fix it? I say, sure, what would you like me to do? There was a couple of times when someone said, can you write a statement for me in an email? Sure, here you go. Then someone said, can you do something publicly in your streams or on Twitter? Sure, here you go. And I typed a Twitter statement out, and I said something in a video. I don't know what to tell you. You know, I can't stop it because I'm not doing it. I'm not submitting the claims. I'm not getting any correspondence about these claims at all. Therefore, I have no ability to stop them. You know what I mean? I wish I did. I don't want people to have stuff taken down in my name. It's fucked up. But if you don't know who the person is doing it, right, and I'm not involved in it, I don't know what I could possibly do to stop it. The problem here is YouTube systems are broken and automated. And they shouldn't be, right? They should be, oh, in order to take down content, a human needs to look at it and verify it's real. They don't do that. The system is fucking automated, so people get away with this kind of impersonation, which is really stupid. So sadly, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sorry. I really am. I feel bad, even though a lot of the people who apparently are being affected are people who are not particularly nice to me. They're pretty nasty people saying nasty things about me. I would never want someone's content taken down in my name illegally. I don't know what else to say. How do I fix it? It's not me. It's 100%. I swear to God, I swear to you, I swear to everyone on this planet, it ain't me. I'm not doing it. I have nothing to do with it at all. I don't know anyone. I don't know who's doing it. I'm not involved with the process. None of it. I don't want it to happen. I don't know how this person has found the way to basically lie and say they're me and do this because I don't know how to fix it because there doesn't seem to be a way to do it. I'm not involved with the process whatsoever. Okay? Snow Carl, thank you for the $1.50 tip. I've already answered that question 7,000 times. I'm not answering it again. And you know the answer to it as well, so I'm not wasting my time with it. But thank you for the tip. Okay. Well, I tried Diablo 4. There's a possibility. I'll think about it. I'm not sold on it, but I'm not against it. Diablo 3 didn't really work too well as a playthrough. Maybe Diablo 4 would be better because it's on consoles. I don't know. We'll think about it. Well, I've absolutely answered that question about 4,000 times, Snow Carl, so I'm not going to answer it again. Sorry. Did I play Diablo Immortal? No, I did not. I have not played it at all. Nope. Try Brazilian cuisine. I don't think there's Brazilian restaurants around here, so that's why I really haven't messed with it. Stephen Hawking tipped me $1.50. Said, sucks you had to go to EVO alone. I'm sorry, attending an EVO event is definitely on my bucket list. One thing you got to remember, Stephen, EVO is no longer run by the people who used to run it. No one actually knows how it's going to go this year because Sony owns it now. What happened was, if you remember, when the whole scandal hit of Mr. Wizard basically being a pedophile and an abuser of people in his past, I don't know if it's anything pertinent to the present, but in his past it was revealed he used to do this stuff. And he was the CEO of EVO because the Cannon brothers, who really are the people who own and run EVO, made him the leader of the company for like a ridiculously long time, even though they knew about the allegations and ignored them. I'm sorry, it's just true. Everyone knew about those allegations back in the day and ignored them. It's only now that's cancel culture now that this came out and actually he got canceled for it. So anyway, after COVID happened and EVO couldn't happen for 2 years in person, and then the Mr. Wizard allegations came out, the Cannon brothers were like, oh crap, well there's not much we can do now. So they basically sold it to Sony, and now Sony owns EVO. But from what I'm to understand, they're still staying on as consultants, like the Cannon brothers will still be involved in the process of running the tournament, but it is definitely owned and run by another group now, and everyone's wondering if EVO will even be like a shell of its former self. Maybe it'll actually be better, or it could be worse. No one really knows. It's kind of a crapshoot this year. I think it's soon, isn't it? Isn't it in just within a couple of weeks? I think it is. Shia has tipped me $2. Thank you, Shia. He says, hope your streams go well today. I'll be here later to help with Zelda 2 and try and prevent as much rage as possible. Thank you. I will definitely need that help. As you know, Zelda 2, one of the most rage-inducing, annoying, cryptic games ever. And it certainly would be great to have some help with that. Thank you. One Inch Man says, I've downloaded Man of Medan and Death Stranding on the new PS Plus tiers. Good. You'll likely get some good gameplay out of those. Well, you'll get good story out of them. In Death Stranding's case, for sure. Snowcrawl says, would you prefer getting sent a full PC or getting sent money to buy one through a fundraising event? What's the difference? What's the difference? If I get the PC or if I get the money to buy the PC myself, there's no difference. I wouldn't care either way. I don't think I'm going to get one person saying to me, hey, Phil, I'd like to donate a whole PC to you. I don't think that's happening. Do I miss E3? Not in the least. Nope. All right, any more questions, anybody? Anything else? Oh, 61 Second Man. We sure have a lot of people who do spin-offs of 1 Minute Man now, don't we? I don't know how that became so popular. Hold on, I'm deleting a ton of emails. Look at this crap. 61 Second Man to me, $1.50 says, honest question as a fighting game fan. When you're losing, do you get pissed and blame the controls or something else like lag, or do you own up to any L's taken? Excuse me. Well, in the past, in my formative years as a YouTuber, okay, it was absolutely my shtick to always blame something else. Blame the controls, blame the lag, blame this, blame that. Essentially, my character was, you blame everything, you're infallible, you never made a mistake. Okay, that was my shtick back then. People thought it was funny as hell. It was definitely a shtick. There were obviously times when I was fucking up and doing stupid shit. But now, when I play fighting games, I'm trying to be as honest as I can be with you guys as an audience. When I'm playing Capcom Fighting Collection or the 30th Anniversary Collection, whatever game it is, I do my best to try to tell you what's really happening in the game. You know, a lot of these games, sadly, I hate to say it, because the netcode is so bad, even though they pretend like it's good, it's not. They're not played the way that they're meant to be played. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example here because I've been talking about this recently with the Capcom Fighting Collection. Because the netcode is rollback netcode. If the connection is not great, what happens is it's like two people rolling dice. Right? You're playing craps. You throw the dice in. The game randomly picks who gets their dice to work. I rolled a 6, he rolled a 4, but the game decides, oh, the 4 happened, not the 6. So now, advantageous to him, not to me, is what happens on the screen. Even though we both did the input, and maybe I did the right thing to win, doesn't matter. The game rolled the netcode and said, oh, 4 hit instead of 6, and now he gets his move. And this, because of this, people have found ways to abuse it. For example, mashing out certain moves repeatedly in a laggy environment will likely give you a move more often and win that dice roll, okay, as opposed to someone who's doing a precise timed move. So I walk up to someone and I do a Shoryuken Dragon Punch input and I press punch and I do it once. I go, done. They're walking up and they just do this, and they mash punch like this, duh, just like that. They make the face and they scream out when they do it. They go, duh, and when they do that, they have an increased chance of having their move hit because rollback netcode is so shitty that when those dice are rolled, the move that's mashed out has a higher capacity to come out in the dice roll than the person who just did the one move and timed it perfectly. That's actually how it works. It's shit. And people claim that's better netcode. It's not. It's just as bad as the delay-based netcode. It just looks different. And because it doesn't look like it's in slow-mo, people are like, oh, it's better. No, it's not. It's just pretty. It's like you have a turd and you shined up the turd and it's like golden coating. You put sparkles on your turd. It's still a turd. But it looks nicer than the other one that actually looks like a turd. But anyway, when I play fighting games now, I'm trying to be way more honest. All right? It frustrates me when I'm doing something timed or precise and the person on the other end of the internet is going, duh! And they get their move. It pisses me off. So that's why it might come across as, oh, I'm blaming it on something else. No, I'm being honest with you guys. However, if you watch my stuff now, all right? If you watch it now, as opposed to when I was playing Street Fighter 4, for example. Watch my fighting game stuff today versus Street Fighter 4. You will notice a distinct advantage and a distinct difference here. I analyze what's going on in the game a lot more. I will give credit where credit is due a lot more. If someone outplays me, I'll be like, wow, I didn't know that. Wow, he just blew me away with that. Look at that move. I didn't know that combo worked or whatever. Recently I just saw that with Vampire Savior. I don't really understand the game at a high level. And there's been quite a few people who kicked my ass online, and I'm okay with it. I don't know what's going on because I don't know the game at a competitive level, and I'm all right with losing as long as it's something I didn't know or I'm learning. You know what I mean? There's a difference between I lost a match because I was outplayed and now I'm going to learn something, or I lost to someone going, duh, mashing buttons in lag, and they get their moves out while you don't. There's a big difference. There's no way I'm reading this person's name, but they tip me $1.50 and says, who would win, Big Chungus or Spiky Bingus? I don't know who Spiky Bingus is. Isn't Big Chungus that giant, swollen, overweight Bugs Bunny meme? I don't know who Spiky Bingus is, but Big Chungus probably would win, probably crush whoever Spiky Bingus is. Just like that. Okay. Shia says, let's face it, we all grew up yelling at our TVs and claiming the game's cheating. Some of us continue that to this day, but it's always because we're frustrated and you need to vent. That's true, too. A lot of the times when I'm playing a game, you'll notice I'll start screaming or venting, and then I calm down, and then I don't keep doing that, right? It's, it's a matter of you got to get to a point where you will be more relaxed and chill. In the heat of the moment, you get heated. You get upset because the thing's not working. Okay. Have I considered bringing back pop-up messages with donations? What do you mean? I never turn them off. They come up all the time. The thing is, it has to be a certain level. Maybe that's what it is. Like today, for example, I've gotten 6 tips, and they're all $1 to $2. There's no pop-ups for those. The pop-up is $4.20 or greater. Then a pop-up happens for tips. So that's what it is. There are pop-ups. It's $4.20, $5, $10. I think 20, 50, 100, and then on the super chat side, there's ones for the different levels as well. What progress are we in Final Fantasy VII? We just left Midgar. We're just hit the open world, so we're just at the point going past where Final Fantasy VII Remake ended, and we're going to see all new plot now. Nix N6 says, thank God we're back to games. And I know some people did not like the marathon yesterday. They were like, man, I really wish Phil was playing more games. That's what he's here for. That's what we like. So for those who were waiting for more games, welcome back. What's for dinner? It's a good question. I think today we're either doing baked chicken or breakfast for dinner casserole. But it's different. Last time we did it, it was more like a pancake base. But this time I think my wife is going to do it more eggs. But other stuff in it. I guess we'll have to see what happens. I'm not sure. Roadblocks loved the marathon. Thank you. John Smith loved the marathon. He says, thanks for doing it. You're welcome. Nosy Real Vibe says, I love the marathon. I support it. It's a fun change of events. Thank you. Yes, the baked chicken has bones. We have chicken thighs. That's what we eat, chicken thighs. We feel chicken thighs is the best cut of chicken meat you can get. That's what we eat. Okay. All right, guys. I think what we'll do, we'll end the Level 1 podcast. Thanks for being a good audience. I'll take a very brief break to use the restroom. All right. And then we're going to come back. We're going to jump right in. We're going to go right where we left off, arriving at the town of Calm, investigating the town. I think there's a big cutscene coming up. And then heading into the plot. Okay, so guys, thank you for a great Level 1 podcast. I appreciate that. And on we go. Okay. So let's swap over, everybody. Let's get this set up. And I think that's the correct size for the webcam. A little annoying because I resized it yesterday, and now I don't know if that's the correct size or if I need to resize it again. I guess we're going to find out when I boot the game. Okay. Think that's good. Can't really tell, but I think that's good. So center the leaderboard. All right, so guys, quickly, I'm taking a very brief break. Like I said, just a few minutes here. I'll be right back, and then we'll get started.
And idiots on break. Oh god, no. Silence that shit right now. Oh guys, 20 out of 25. We done well, but sadly he didn't say meaningful, he didn't say variety. It kinda got partially political, but I was kind of shut down by the chat for ticking that. You know, I was wanting to, but the chat said no, and it wouldn't have made a difference anyway to bingos because it's not one away, and that one from making another bingo was still been short even if I ticked political. It didn't blow his nose. Well, it might have blown his nose. We don't know. We didn't hear him blow his nose. He stepped away from the computer randomly. I think it was turning his aircon on personally. That's not unusual for him to kind of just walk out of the house and turn on his aircon for the whole house and come back. And usually you'd hear him if he was blowing his nose. And the mic was still on. So I don't think he'd blow his nose. So, and I never said the bottom line is either. So it is what it is, guys. 20 out of 25 is not bad. We done well. 4 times bingos. He had a few snorts to be fair, but yeah, it wasn't too bad today. I thought he might have blown his nose at one point because he was stiffening quite a bit at the start, but that seemed to calm down. But we got a bingo on the top row of alright, defense mode, life, engagement, and wow. We have down the middle, the 2 columns here, life, gifted memberships, snort, help, and YouTube legacy, sorry. Then engagement, leg slap, stands up, nobody / no one, and choose nails. Across the way down the bottom of voice crack, self brag, help, nobody / no one, and would be great. And diagonally from bottom left to top right, goal, self brag, snort, leg slap, and wow. I think a couple of new additions. Life is a good addition, and wow is a good addition. I'm happy with those two being part of the bingo. Those are 2 new additions to the bingo cards, and they're both included in this one. Quite happy with those being in there. I think they're definitely good additions. So I've removed a couple of things, but I've also included a couple of new ones. So it's not as if I'm just trimming old stuff just for the sake of it. I'm also adding to it as we go. So I'm not just trying to limit the choices and trying to keep all the great ones on me. As you can see here, also a lot of these, you would expect him to say the bottom line is, you would expect him to say variety and meaningful. He says it a lot lately. Just for whatever reason, he's not said it today. I mean, he still might say it before he starts recording gameplay, but I doubt we're going to get a bingo. We're going to keep going. When he comes back from his break, we'll keep going. We're still technically playing, but I don't think we're going to get 5 before he starts recording for YouTube. So we'll have to wait and see. People with Dashy's desperate for me to get to fucking react to DSP's fucking feasting with a king. I'm eating ribs. Let me go to his channel. Which one was the feasting with an hour long? This is an hour long, and he eats ribs. At what point, Dashy, do you know at what point in Phil's video he eats ribs? If you can tell me, Dashy, what point in the video, DSP Gaming's video on his channel is an hour long, Feasting with a King. Yeah, you want to lose my mind. If you can tell me a timestamp for it, I might do it after I finish this. Not live. I'll do it off. I'll finish up bingo first, not shit, and then I might just do it as a separate wee video for you guys. Oh yeah, the way he eats is ridiculous, man. Let's go to a random part in the video and see if we get a good. Actually, is it a good little? I'm trying to think of oh, for fuck's sake, man. It's just like, hang on, get 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. I've not seen much of this at all, but let me put it on very slow speed, half speed, right? Oh, that fucking face, man. That face is so weird as it takes a bite. What was more? Angry, why is he so angry when he eats? And he stares into the camera while he does it. That is so creepy and weird. Oh, for God's sake. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Right. Jesus Christ. So he's eating chili there. This is like 35 minutes into the video here. Is he back from break yet? Oh fuck, he's actually back from break, guys. Sorry. Let's rewind and well, we paused. Right. We're still playing bingo, guys. We're still playing bingo.
Alright, everyone, let's get started. I was talking to my wife. Oh, what the hell? Why is the Skyrim border on the screen? I just noticed, like, what the heck? I must have misclicked. I was talking to my wife, Jasper jumps on top of the dresser behind me, sneaks up behind me, and starts licking my head. I was like, ah! He got me out of nowhere. It was like a Jasper jump scare in real life, licking my head. Like, what the heck? He's a nut. All right. Boot her up, shall we?
Dashy, stop looking.
Now, as we boot up, I will do a quick reminder to everyone. I talked about this at the beginning of today's Level 1 podcast, but we'll mention it again.
You can stop looking, Dashy. It's okay.
Thank you for your support so far this week. We're halfway through my streaming week. This is actually day 4 of 6 days straight of streaming. Thanks to you guys and your support. I raised enough to pay the big bills I needed to pay this weekend. We're good. Now, everything today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, my next 3 streaming days, will basically be raising funds for my day off on Wednesday. So, if you want to help out, I appreciate any contributions you guys contribute to my streams whatsoever. Everything is appreciated. Thank you so much. If you want to help out the most and you have the option to choose how to contribute, please tip me. Tips are going directly towards the day off on Wednesday. All right? So thank you in advance to anyone who contributes in any way. Let's get started. Here we go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen.
And that is him back on YouTube boys, so fuck Phil, and we're just going to close that. Let's go back to this. Dashy, you can stop looking. You can stop looking for all these, because I just realised this is a video with transcripts. And what is it you wanted me to search for exactly, ribs? Okay.
On the bottom right-hand corner is the rib tips, which is weird to me because there's freaking bones in it.
I left it at half speed intentionally.
Which I thought, if it's not real ribs, why would it have bones? But it's not. There's bones in it. I don't know how I'm going to eat that, honestly. I'm afraid that I'm going to get bones in my mouth.
That was too fucking funny. What's the second one? Was it this?
I would much rather eat any other ribs.
You've got a timestamp there, but that doesn't... Hang on, let me copy. Can I copy this link? I don't want to go to it because I'm going to lose my chat, if you get what I mean. If I copy you... Please don't copy if I open anything accidentally. Right. Fucking... Bear with me, guys. 2 seconds. Try to find this fucking thing. 2 seconds. Right. Delete that. Enter that. Oh, we have a timestamp. Oops, wrong thing. 2 seconds. I might just do this now while I'm on fucking... I might just fucking do it right now for you guys. Ashley's given us a timestamp. We're unsuccessful with a bingo. We're unsuccessful with a bingo, but... You know, fuck it, you know, it might actually would help if I actually open the right... Right, let me go full screen for this. That's the wrong window, that's the bingo stuff. There we go. And we'll actually go properly full screen. So this is a timestamp that Dashy gave us, and fuck it, we're just going to react to him eating ribs. It's when he starts eating the rib tips.
So this is a rib tip. Are you ready to look at this thing? That's a rib tip. And as you can see, rippled through, there's fat, there's bone.
Do you want me to fast forward to
I'm
when
not
starts
exactly sure how to go about eating it, because I don't know how deep the bone goes. If you could see on this side, at the bottom of the rib tip, you can actually see bones. You see that? So I'm not actually sure how you eat that. Do you just bite into it? Because then you might get bones in your mouth, right?
Why is he so confused about rib tips and bones
Smells
and ribs?
good.
He's like a fucking dog.
I'm just going to try to
meat.
bite the tip of it, the end of it.
Is it a dog smelling something suspicious? What the fuck?
I'm just going to bite it and see what happens.
You know what, I'm going to have to enhance this a wee bit, guys. Just for the hell of it. 2 seconds. I want to enhance... In fact, can I actually just use the bingo layout? We'll use the bingo layout. Seconds. I want to see if we can get use the bingo layout. You can actually see Phil's face zoomed in even more. This is actually something I did see the before.
Interesting.
Yes, so
the
confused with
meat
this.
is tougher than I thought it would have been.
I seen this morning on Raven's stream.
The rib meat is chewier than the brisket. I thought it was going to be like super tender. It's not. It's chewy on the chewier side. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not. There's a the skin and fat layer definitely adds to the flavor, and that's almost melt in your mouth good. But the meat is very chewy. Let me try another bite.
Jesus, man, he eats so fucking strange. How? Oh, why does it have to fucking chew so loudly into the goddamn microphone? I was like, for fuck's sake, Phil. He purposefully leaned into the microphone to chew loudly into it.
The meat tastes good, but it's nowhere near as tender or I think well cooked as the beef brisket is. It's more chewy. And honestly, I don't think it tastes as good. I think the beef brisket tastes way better. And honestly, I don't know what kind of rub this is they put on it. It's not very flavorful. It doesn't taste like barbecue, really. It just tastes like a grilled piece of pork, really. It's not, honestly, I'm not impressed with the rib tips at all. I'm not impressed with the rib tips. I don't think that they're very good, and they're dry.
I thought Phil loved tips.
Like,
he loves tips as well.
Look at this one.
I thought Phil loved having tips.
Do you see this? See those lines? That means the meat's overcooked. It should be caramelized, and it's not. I think the meat is actually overcooked in the rib tips. I think they overdid them.
What the fuck are we looking at?
Because it's dry to the touch. I touch it. Oh, God, it's bone dry. Yeah, they totally overcooked it. It's bone... Look, nothing. No moisture at all on my finger. It's bone dry. So, sadly, the rib tips are a bust. They are overcooked completely.
Guys. I'm not somebody that's accustomed to what rib tips are, but I'm assuming they're basically just ribs with some meat in them. Like a barbecued ribs. Or why do they call them rib tips? He's fingering pork. Oh my god, it's a horrible mental image right there. Like, I assume, I mean, are these meant to be the way they are? Or did the restaurant not do a good job of them? Or does it just feel ignorant on what rib tips are? Because I am. Personally, I'm not sure what rib tips are. I know, and you can get like a rack. I know what a rack of ribs are, also with bones, whatever. But in the UK, Dasha, you'll know this. In the UK, you can go to like a chip shop and get like a king rib meal. You know, you can get that as a, and that's not got bones involved. The king rib, if you go to a chip shop, you know, that's a kind of weird variety of a rib. It's kind of weird to go to a chippy and order something like that, and there's no bones involved. But obviously that's different from what ribs are in general. Or I don't know if that's actually a UK thing. That could just be a Scottish chip shop thing. But yeah, rib tips are... I don't know what rib tips are, personally. But I don't have American barbecue often. Dash, when you go to a chip shop, do you not see an option on the menu for a king rib? That could actually just be a Scottish thing, who knows. Much like how if you order a supper, that just means and chips. Okay, so Dashy, I might just be a Scottish thing then. But add that to the list with deep fried Mars bars and deep fried everything else. It's a Scottish thing. But yeah, I'm not used to getting American barbecue, so I've got no idea what rib tips are. But I just don't know. I don't know if Phil is genuinely meant to be confused here, or is the rib tip meant to be this way? Is it accurate for a rib tip to be this way? What's weird is just obviously Phil's strange ass reaction to just poking and prodding at his food, saying, "Oh, it's bone dry." He's probably fucking rubbing the actual bone in the rib while he's saying it's bone dry, ironically, but there you go.
No, they didn't give me any sauce. And they're supposed to. I know for a fact they're supposed to give you packets of sauce.
The tips are from squaring off the rib racks. Also, they're like the little gammy edges of it. The essential they sound to me like they're kind of like a throwaway thing. Except rather than just throwing them away, they just cook the damn thing. It's gristle, not bone. Ah, so it's like it's like the outside of a steak. Yes, some steaks have gristle on the outside edge. It's kind of like that. Would I be accurate in suggesting it's similar to that then? Soup stock, all ribs have it. It's gristle, not bone, yeah. Yeah, kind of like some steaks have that as well, don't they? They have like the kind of gristle. You suck the meat off. Phil don't like bones. I just keep playing this to see him continue to try and devour this.
I got no sauce whatsoever with this. Zero.
Take another bite, yeah, motherfucker. Oh, there's Kevin Bernstein's $100 tip. Right at the very bottom corner, you can see it happening now.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just received a giant tip from Kevin Bernstein.
Shut the fuck up. Is there more? Dash, yeah, have I seen all of what we're meant to see, or is there more of the rib tip saga? I mean, thank you for educating me, guys, on what rib tips are in American barbecue, because I didn't know. Like, I know, generally speaking, what ribs were not shit, but then I should realise that there was an actual process for, like, shaving the top of it off and still having them as some sort of little kind of side snack of sorts. When I make ribs, the meat just falls off. I only heard about him arguing about bones.
We'll sort that out later. All right, I will clarify.
Shush.
It's dry. I'll be honest, I don't like this. It's too dry and chewy. They overcook the rib tips for sure.
Take a bite. Take a bite. Oh, he's not going to take a bite, is he?
Up. And like I said, no barbecue sauce. Zero barbecue sauce with this. They didn't give me any extra. So, I mean, the beef brisket is so tender and juicy, and it has sauce all over it.
I don't know. Did I complain about bones and ribs yesterday? I don't know.
The rib tips are dry, overcooked, and no extra barbecue sauce to put it in. So I'm very disappointed with those. I kind of wish now that I had actually ordered the chopped pork. Those rib tips are pretty much inedible. They're too dry, and no sauce to eat them with.
I mean, I can go back to the other video where I've got a transcript available and type in bones. He mentions bones 24 different times in the video. Here's the beans. Rib tips, which is weird to me because there's freaking bones in it, which I thought is not real ribs, blah 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 blah. So he's talking about bones there. There's a rib tip, and as you can see, rippled through, there's fat, there's bone. I'm not exactly sure how to go about eating it because, okay, how about this part? I'm going to change the source to, so let's get rid of that, and we'll go back to this.
That's a rib tip.
Oh, we're still not half speed.
And as you can see,
okay,
rippled through, there's fat, there's bone.
There's bone.
I'm not exactly sure how to go about eating it.
Yeah, he's so fucking confused. So I've still got a transcript available for this. It's bone dried. Bone dry is what we've seen before. Okay.
Try this piece. This piece does not appear to have any bones in it. I'm going to try this one piece. Maybe this will redeem the rib tip.
Maybe it will, Phil. Maybe it will.
Okay.
Wait for it.
Let's find out.
Angry bite. Angry bite. Look at the face. No. I don't think he's happy. He's not a happy piggy. Such loud chewing into the eyes. He turned towards the microphone to chew into it. He could not be closer to the goddamn microphone if he tried to make sure we can hear him chew this goddamn thing. I'm gonna have to put it in normal speed. Hang on.
Well, okay, that one bite was good. Do you want to know why? Because it was the end cut. It had all the char and imbued dry rub cooked in flavor.
Isn't that essentially what rib tips are, the end bit? I thought that was explained to me what the rib tips are. Give me a second. Dashy sent me another link about a bone complaint. He's got a bone to pick with me. Ho ho ho. Very funny. Let's see if this link works. This video's not available anymore. The link does not work for me, Dashy. I'm sorry. Sorry, Dashy, but the link doesn't work for me. I can't watch whatever it was you sent me.
On it. So that one single bite was good. But that other rib tip I was eating was chewy and almost flavorless. That one bite was good because it was the very corner end. So far, beef brisket is outstanding. I love it. Rib tips, I don't like at all.
Oh, a grumpy little piggy. Let's see if he still complains about bones. Wait for it. Hang on, I'm reading the transcript. What about this, I guess?
Give me more. Give me more. Oh, shit, there's a bone. And that's the problem eating chicken like that. There's a bone. Son of a bitch. There's nothing worse than having bones in your chicken.
He just hungrily devoured it and there's a bone involved.
Mmm.
Give me a second, Dashy. Oops, wait. Hang on, 2 seconds. I've got an idea how I can get around this. I'm going to go to my own bloody stream, and pause it right there. Where's my chat? Where are you? I'm going to open it from my own stream in here.
Mr. Peter Byrne. 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 Mr. Peter Byrne.
Glorious. Oh, that was fucking trippy as hell. Thanks for that, Dashy. No bone, that's why from me as well. There's a bones, 19. Right, okay.
I can't stop myself, so I'm just going to keep eating.
You did say it was bone wanted, yes.
Thank you, Castro Jones, who has re-upped his membership for 14 months. His barbecue meal is not great if you don't have bones in it. The beef brisket's good to me, and there's no bones in that, man.
He really hates bones, Phil, doesn't he? He really does hate the bones. I'm trying to see if there's any more bone-related
really?
complaints.
Just the idea that there's chopped bones in it doesn't even make sense to me. What do you want me to do? Bite it and have to spit out a bunch of bones? It's not like I'm holding it and eating it off the bone. You're actually asking me to put something in my mouth and spit it all over back out because there's bones in it.
Eat around the bone, you fool.
So, I did not like the rib tips whatsoever. Okay, I just didn't. I did not think that they were very good. So it is what it is. But the one I would say, also another disappointment is they didn't give me any sauce.
Okay. So that is basically a summary of Feasting with the King from the other night. Didn't he spill chili? When did he spill chili during Feasting with the King? Because he apparently freaked out about that. Was it here? It must be right here.
Is the biggest side of all of them. Oh no, a piece of chili fell on my chair. Oh no. Disaster. Disaster. Oh shit! I gotta get some. Hold on. No, not my white chair.
Man, he freaked the fuck out with that.
No.
In case anyone's confused and arrived late, we're finished playing bingo. We didn't win bingo. We're just watching clips from. Well, I say clip. I was watching Feasting with the King from last night.
No.
This is my first time seeing it properly, and Phil freaking out about messing up his chair.
I'm gonna have a stain on my fucking chair. God damn it! I knew it.
Surprised there's not more stains in it as is. That's a weird ass noise.
No.
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 I take care of my stuff. This pisses me off.
You take care of your stuff. A picture of your fucking setup in your office would disagree with you. The layers of dust all over the consoles. Take care of your stuff, my arse. Let's look at your fucking PC that you use for everyday work. You haven't opened up in 8 years, meaning there's 8 years worth of accumulated dust inside of your PC. That has not been maintained once. You do not take care of your stuff. You abuse your stuff. You leave your consoles on, never giving them time to fucking relax and shut down. You leave everything on just to burn out over time. Of course you do not take care of yours. I take care of my stuff. You don't take care of shit, Phil. You could have ended the stream, done the mukbang on the phone, and then started the stream again. Yeah, you could have. You could have very easily done that. But guys, we have derailed ourselves quite a bit here. We didn't win the bingo, but at least we got to enjoy a bit of the Feasting with the King from the other night. And it's a fucking complete shit show. Phil fucking making a mess of things and
Wet it and I dabbed it and I hope it comes out.
Poor little Phil. This is the hardest he's to work on cleaning anything for years. Not his poor chair.
Fuck.
Oh, he sounds distraught, poor Phil. His fans should give him money for the horrible trauma he's suffered from his chair getting stained by some chili. And it worked as well as because obviously fucking people paid up and gave him money. He got $300 yesterday. And he forgot about it today. Foxy Queen. Guys, I think I'm going to call it there. It's been over 2.5 hours when shooting for, you know what I mean? We got 20 out of 25 in the bingo. We were unlucky, but it is what it is. Before we disappear, guys, before we vanish into the night, like some sort of creepy bastard or whatever, let's look again at a notepad file we've got here. Guys, is there anything here people will want to get added or removed? Keep in mind, this is a whole list we've got here. We've got Scat Talk, Sound Good, Twitter, my wife, Jasper, okay, alright, help, I'm being toxic, I'm having food talk, I'm burping. You need to watch the Muffin Devour. Oh, for fuck's sake. No. We're not watching anything else tonight. Well, tonight, I'm not watching anything else. This is going to be a final part. I just want to go through the bingo stuff for you guys. Guys, as I'm saying, is there anything here you want removed? You want to, oh, an exaggerated, that's a fantastic suggestion, Richard Young. Exaggerated sigh. I'll just put big sigh. It's a great shout though, I love that shout. Somebody had a great suggestion earlier on as well. I think Cobain might have had it, I'm not sure. Not sure if Cobain's still here, but I feel like he suggested it earlier on. And I thought it was a good idea at the time. I can't even mind. Is there anything you want removed from it? Like how often does he say... Well, I'm just trying to think. Drama. How often does he actually say the word drama? Do you want drama to stay or do you want it to go? He said it today, to be fair. It wasn't on our card, but he said it today. But do people want to keep it there, or do people want it removed? What about on demand? Do people want on demand still to be there? What about engagement? What about him saying variety? What about him saying interactive? This is what I'm saying, guys. Is there anything here on this big list of the things that we put into the bingo card generator that you want to see going? Or alternatively, is there anything in this list you want to see added? As I say, I go through this for you guys as well sometimes at the start of streams, but we don't have a huge amount of time because it's a case of just like, we'll have like a few minutes and then I just kind of fire it into a generator and all that shit and try and get a bingo card selected. We have time now right before we end. Is there anything you guys want to see added or removed is insincere laugh. Actually, laughter in general could be one. Him randomly laughing. That's actually a good idea, I think. Laughs. I'll just put laughs. It doesn't have to be insincere or sincere, but him just laughing generally, and most of his laughter anyway is insincere. There's no way he laughs in, you know, actual happiness and joy. Most of his laughter is because he's fucking insincere about it. So yeah, that's actually a good shout. I'm going to hit save in my notepad file, just to make sure I don't lose these. Sometimes, yeah, actually, it doesn't happen massively often, I think, but I think it's still a good one to have. I mean, a couple of these ones you see on the list right now are temporary. Like Closet is going to vanish after he finishes that stream. So that's going to be here for a month or so, that Closet one, and then that'll be gone from the list once he does that stream. Spite. What, you want the word spite added? Him saying spite? I don't know if it actually says that. Upgrade. Upgrade could be a shout. No, I'm saying spite is laugh. Okay, no problem. Give More Blood thinks upgrades. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'll do. Give More Blood. I'm going on to Pig.Go right now, and I'm going to type upgrade. What about Pigsplaining? That may have been the one. Pigsplaining. I mean, what is Pigsplaining? You could argue Pigsplaining is part of defense mode. It's part of his legacy story. It's part of, you know, what other things could it be? It's a couple of things that could apply to on its own, you know what I mean? Now, Give More Blood, you might be interested to know that Phil has said the word upgrade several times this month. Upgrade is a good shout. I'm going to add upgrade to the list. He's said it quite a lot lately, so good suggestion. We're adding it. So it's the narrative, like the stuff he did with the wheel yesterday, talking about GameStop. Pigsplaining is his entire stream. PC News Upgrade Man. Buffer. I mean, that's what I'm saying. How would you define a pigsplain though? How would you determine what a pigsplain is? I don't mind adding it, but we need to be clear what we think a pigsplain is. You know what I mean? Is a pigsplanation what is a pigsplanation? That's what I'm trying to ask you guys. Like, how would you define what it is? Dashi said earlier on, pigsplain equals explaining the obvious to audience as a child. That's an interesting way of phrasing it. Explaining it obvious like the audience is a child. It's literally him explaining something obvious for too long. Okay, would everyone agree that's a pigsplanation? If everyone in chat can agree to that, I'm happy to add it to the list. But I want to make sure there's a general consensus that everyone agrees that that's a good concept of what a pigsplain is. And I'll add it into the chat. I'll add it into the list. But I just want to make sure that the rest of the chat can agree with that being a pigsplain. Yeah, Dashi has it down to a T there. Teacher mode, basically. Okay, anyways. Right, we're adding it. Let's put pigsplain. Anything that follows, and what I mean by that is this. What I mean by that is this. I mean, two things. Yeah, it says that a hell of a lot. I searched mean by that. Yeah, it does. What I mean by that is, hang on. 1,093 results for what I mean by that. And in July alone, there's been like, well, a dozen. So BST has got a good shout there. So, what I mean by this, it's a fairly kind of long thing for him to say, but he does say it quite a lot. I mean, I'll show you several examples if you really want. Let me just open up several examples. Now, these are from the first 6 days in July. Okay? Let me go back the way. We're almost finished, guys, right? But I just want to explain how often he says this, right? So listen for what I mean by that is.
And what I mean by that is shit. Countered, and what I mean by that is there's been people who. What I mean by that is one day I'll put a shorter style video, and what I mean by that is maybe pick like a half full of goodies. And what I mean by that is that in there, gourmet burgers. And what I mean by that is there's some restaurants.
So there we go. That's the first 6 days of July alone, and he does say it quite a lot. So that's a great shout from BST. So that's definitely a great one. So but that's added to the list for sure. Thank you very much, guys, for the suggestion. It's a great shout, yeah, from BST. Right, let's go back to the bingo card. I say the bingo card, the bingo list. So, right, is there anything people want removed? One final time, is there anything people here? Look at the list again one last time, guys. Is there anything on here you're not happy it's on there, or you're not sure why it's on there? Like, do you want the word meaningful removed? Oh, I just extra microphone over there. Well, let me search on PigGo meaningful. He has said it. I mean, he says it. He does say it regularly. He didn't say it today. What do you mean? What the fuck were you typing there, Aqua, where are you? Isn't Aqua still live? I'm not sure who's live right now. Actually, before I even end, I'm going to end soon, but let me go. Who's live right now? Let me check who's live right now so we can redirect people, potentially. Aqua's live right now. Yeah, we're going to live redirect guys to Aqua, right? Was everyone alright with me live directing you to Aqua Teal? Let me just set that up for you very quickly. We're going to end our stream very soon, guys, but Dark Dave is live as well, but I like supporting Aqua Teal. He's not long back after getting banned, whether or not, shit, you know what I mean? So let's pop along to Aqua Teal's Final Fantasy stream and support a fellow tractor out. What does Hateful Slurs involve? Him saying a bunch of hateful slurs? I don't know really how to explain that better. Hateful slurs is him using slurs randomly, like calling someone a shithead or calling some, basically being. See, it's funny, hateful slurs and toxic kind of fall into the same category, but really it's. Yeah, I was going to say this, guys. Would you say hateful slurs and him being toxic is the same thing? If it is the same thing, which one should remove? So, have a think about that, guys, while I set up this live redirect thing. If I can figure out how to do it again. Do I go here? I think it's here and then customization. Yeah, okay, I got it. Okay, I can't actually. How do I actually need to get there? I don't think I can just type in Aqua Teal, can I? Nah, but I can get a direct link for a fucking stream and it'll work that way. Nope, hateful slurs direct word usage. Aqua Teal, and the video is here, copy link address. Customization, live redirect. I'm still just getting a set up. There we go, fantastic. We've got a live redirect set up. And there we go, guys. Toxic is like being aggressive, mean, negative. Hateful slurs, direct word usage. I'd say different things. You can be toxic about dropping slurs. Okay, it's a fair point. We'll keep both of them then. Right, guys. I'm going to bail. Okay, it's been 20 out of 25 Bingo streams, not bad at all. Let's all now in today's bingo. It's the end of our weekend. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some Monday bingo goodness. And yeah, if you want to go to Aquatio's stream, just hang about here and you'll get the option to join it directly from this chat. It does work. Midnight was happy to test it the other night and he was bragging to everyone in Shingo's chat. It worked quite well. I was like, he was shouting it was a raid, and I think he was the only person that was there, but still, it was like a one-man raid. But guys, yeah, it's been kind, Chad. Hope you enjoyed the bingo, guys, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Thanks for joining, I appreciate all the help as usual. And hopefully we can get a full 25 out of 25 tomorrow, but for now, I'm just going to call it quits, and I'll catch you guys later. And yeah, give more blood, you definitely can. If you know my Discord, you can get my Discord ID on my channel. I've got my Discord ID in my About page, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, you're free to. I've got my Discord there for a reason, so people can message me if they need to message me. So cool. But I'm going to end it there, guys. I'll catch you all later, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Peace out.